you're starting to come down from your messy criticals that both of you got while trying to figure out who was in the images. And you're coming to your senses again, able to discuss what lay on the table before you. I will remind you, it is a set of photographs, each showing Le Grand Papillon meeting with members of clans who would be considered persona non grata in a Camarilla city. That is what New York is. So, in the beautiful apartment, we resume our scene.
Please, I understand you guys are... I need you to look... Miss Priestley, look at me. Miss Priestley. There's got to be an actual reason. I know it's quick to freak out, but could there be a possible reason why maybe he's just negotiating, keeping peace? I know you're looking at this in the worst possible light, but there's...
These people he's associating with, this is political suicide.
But he could be trying to dissuade something worse from happening before you make an assumption about him.
It's not just that. We have to think about if these pictures were given to us, by whom, and if those pictures have been given to anybody else.
Eddie, you secured Miss Priestley's home. Do you have eyes on anyone in the area who maybe could have seen who dropped these off?
To be fair, I'm hired by Le Grand Papillon to protect her. I'm not keeping an eye on Le Grand Papillon.
Oh no, I mean
whoever the heck took these photos with these people, I don't know who did it. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we have to think about it this way.
And to be fair,
they know who I am. Yeah. They know my relation to him.
They know
where I live.
Would there be any cameras in your building? I know you don't like those means in your particular apartment, but most places in New York City have at least street cams.
I would have to double check.
Check your Haven merits. I believe you put points into security. If you had put points into your coterie Haven, if it has security, then you definitely would have some sort of video surveillance. Oh, that's right. You wrote that on a separate sheet of paper.
Yes. Those papers are over there, I believe.
These are...
Those are blank.
Those are blanks.
There you go.
Okay.
Get your coterie
Domain,
sheet.
one city block.
One chest, one
Haven,
one Portillion.
Security, luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
security, luxury.
So yeah, I guess we would have
Yeah, your
cameras.
building definitely has security cameras.
Yes, but what if we just find innocent postmen?
It doesn't matter. Then someone hired that postman. It gives us something. We need to know who gave you this information, because they probably have an agenda. No one just puts this on someone's doorstep without wanting something. Be it a reaction from you or something else. They want you to... Don't let them manipulate you until you know all the facts.
I mean, but these are clearly, like, I know this guy. Like,
yeah, but you don't know what they're talking about.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
it's
it
the
should
fact
at
that
all.
He's eating.
Oh, it definitely should matter what they're talking about. I mean, at least...
The very principle of talking to this specific gangrel is nothing to scoff at. It doesn't matter what the context was. The fact that he took... but the fact that he's talking with him at all is very, very bad news for anyone involved.
But Eddie, I mean, I don't know everything, but the people at Elysium seem to think you have a certain association and think we shouldn't associate with you either.
Well, they just didn't care for my fashion sense, to be honest.
I think it was maybe more than...
Yes, I would also say it was probably more than that, and you know it.
Yeah, so
all
please,
right.
let's not be animals, let's not fly off the handle. We need to have information before we make a conclusion that could hurt us.
Let me take another look at the photos.
Is there someone I can contact about getting that surveillance? We don't want to wait on that too long.
Would I know anything about like where the surveillance footage is, since I'm sort of
you
security?
could probably call down to the doorman and have them run up if you wish to declare a certain amount of time you want of the footage. You could get that sent up to you on the USB. You've dealt with the security of the building before. They know that you are high profile and occasionally have
Eccentric. As fuck.
High profile and eccentric. Oh no.
Very demanding.
requests, but you tip well during the holidays, and you come and go at night. You don't make trouble during the day when there's the most traffic. So the overnight guard tends to really thinks well of you. So you can go ahead and contact them if you wish.
I mean, you are a very
You can
attractive
take her.
female. I'm just
Me?
saying, they're not going to say no to you.
I mean, I could just go and get them.
You could.
We've known
okay.
them. We know them.
Yeah.
All right.
You go do it, Eddie.
Eddie will go down to acquire the security footage. If we don't know exactly when the package was dropped off, but I'm assuming
Didn't we
like
see it like slide under?
ring the
Yes,
doorbell.
you did see it slide.
Okay,
All
so
right,
we know
so,
it
like,
has to be within the last hour.
And when
Yeah.
you looked into the hallway, there was no one there.
Okay.
All right. Well, Eddie will go down and try to.
While he does
Ascertain the
that, I'm
footage.
going to take another look at these photos more in depthly to see just who's who.
Okay. Make a wits politics check.
Oh, yay. That's a lot.
Hey,
Oh.
don't get your hunger
I
dice.
will allow your court specialty to be used as well.
Okay, so that's at +1.
That's +1 die.
Very nice.
Remember to replace your hunger die.
Yes.
So if
Both
your
have
hunger is
one,
at 2, you
and-
replace it with 2 hunger dice.
Delia.
What this does.
Delia?
So just to give a quick.
Delia.
So
You can't remember my name.
It's the pronunciation.
It's been so
It's the
long.
pronunciation.
just to give a quick rundown of the dice mechanics for this game, what she's doing is she has collected a handful of dice representing both an attribute and a skill, and those dice together, including a specialty, allow
Oh, no.
for.
Great.
Do you want to use willpower to re-roll something?
no.
Hold on. She's rolling those, and she's looking for anything 6 or higher on d10s. And but before she rolls those, however hungry she is, because these are vampires, adds in a little bit of a curveball, and special hunger dice get replaced in that die pool, and then it gets rolled. And hunger dice have special 2 special sides on them that can make things complicated in multiple contexts. So, how many successes?
Oh, well, a lot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 2 10s, but one of those is a hunger die.
Another messy critical.
Yeah.
You're having a morning, my friend.
You've already dissociated once.
Are you going to pocket that?
No, I'm not going to pocket it.
Oh, no.
The beast,
Don't-
as you're focusing on the page, on these photos, the beast wells within you, and it just starts to cloud your mind in a confusion. And every time you think you have something picked out, you can hear it's almost like the gnashing of a wild beast's jaws, just snapping at the edge of your consciousness, and it just keeps pulling you out. Messy critical, if I decide that I don't want to have you go through a full-blown messy critical, or I can't find an appropriate thing, I can just have you fail.
Oh.
Oh.
But I had like 9 successes.
I know.
It's messy.
Multiple messy criticals on a mental check, it's a little difficult to do,
No.
and that is one of the options that
Is
I
she trying to
can.
sleep in your
She's trying
skirt?
to eat my wire.
Ghoul.
No, we got it.
It's okay.
We got it.
The hiss in the cake.
Oh, you got it?
Do we
I was going to say grab the can down there. Okay, cool.
do the can.
Pass it over.
There you go. She tends to. Oh yeah.
Make sure
Don't-
to point it. Don't point it down. That makes it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
don't
don't have
wanna
to point it at her.
Angle it at
No
cat.
problem.
Yeah, if
Kill the
she
ground.
if you angle it down,
Thank
it
you,
like
Lou.
it'll
Sorry,
actually
Noodle.
go
Please
like
play
frost.
with my cat. Like,
Got
good
it.
job.
So okay, she can go hang out with the ghoul. So the beast just it keeps. You haven't eaten. You're hungry, and that distracts you. You know that these are individuals that represent possibly enemies of the Camarilla, and you know that they represent people that were said to have been expelled and taken care of from this city. It's pretty much what you got before. I can't really expand upon any specific individuals.
Evelyn just swipes those things off the already broken counter to the floor. She runs to, well, not runs, but like briskly, angrily walks to one of her egg chairs, takes out a cigarette.
Stream cat.
Bees!
And lights one, and just in a fury, just...
Delia slowly just starts picking up the photos, looking at them, not expecting to notice the faces, but she's like, Miss Priestley, think about it this way. Think about all the terrible people that show up to the UN. I mean, you don't
I
know.
can't look at them.
Okay. Can I look at them?
You can look.
Okay. So she like starts looking through. She's not expecting to notice any faces, but she's
You can attempt a wince politics roll as well.
possibly, but she's looking for locations or any kind of like demeanor in the body postures that they're meeting, not expecting to know their names, but more trying to discern what's happening in the photos.
Okay, I will let you roll a wits medicine check with a specialty in psychology if you have it.
I don't have anesthetics. That's not going to help me, but I do have medicine.
But I also know what your character's background is, and I think it's very appropriate for her to know how to understand a little bit of profiling and mental...
So what do I get for the specialty?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay,
No.
cool.
If you had the psychology specialty, I would have given you a bonus. You would have gotten that bonus die.
Oh, wait. She's a little hungry this morning.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a little peckish. Just, I didn't get to do my rounds. All right, what do we got? 1, 2, 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but nothing concerning in that success.
2 successes is still something to speak of. Your understanding of psychology and having done many interviews and sessions with individuals, you do recognize some of the postures. A lot of the people who are meeting with the Grand Papillon, they seem closed. Arms crossed,
Defensive.
little hunch.
They're defensive, not Legrand.
They're defensive. Except for maybe 1 or 2, and that could possibly be their personality types.
Yeah.
But you are noticing a lot of visual cues that represent defensive tendencies in individuals.
So fidgeting through the paper, she's like, Miss Priestley, look at this. I know, just please, for a moment. He doesn't look threatened, like he seems to be commanding this. I don't know if maybe he's approaching them. I know I can't get lung cancer, but it smells terrible. Not in my face. Okay. Thank you. It's possible that this is definitely looks like not a meeting of friends. You know, I mean, think about just when you're talking with someone you're friendly with, be it a boy at the bar, you're not sitting there like, you know? I think that at least bodes well that they're not on a certain social status ladder, that they look at each other equally. They probably still acknowledge his place in power. That's a good thing. And until we get more information, that should at least alleviate it a
We
little
have
bit.
to worry about if I'm not the only one who got these photos. Who else did?
I know, we're gonna find that out. Eddie's getting their surveillance. We'll figure out who got this to
As you say that, we will go to Eddie, who returns after a very simple... it was a simple gopher trip. You got down there, you just asked the guard, and he responded very casually. And, oh yeah, sure, no problem. He downloaded it onto a USB drive. The past... How long did you want?
I said like the past hour.
Past hour?
Yeah.
Not even a problem. Downloads it onto USB, hands it over to you, and sends you on your way.
All right. I'll turn to the room. Do you? I forget. Which she wouldn't really have a computer because
No,
she's very.
but she carries a laptop. That's more than it's more
Well,
than
yeah.
acceptable.
Delia looks at the shattered counters, like as she's pulling her laptop out, and is just like, sits down on floor, folds it out, looks for a plug, plugs it.
Just like
All
plugs it
cool.
into the laptop.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
So, opening up the footage, does this give us multiple views, or is it only our hallway?
You have a 4-camera spread.
Nice.
Front door, elevator bay, stairwell, and your floor. Your hallway, at least.
Okay.
Okay.
Make a wits awareness check. Everybody who's watching the footage.
I'm busy smoking in another chair.
I'm not saying that there's no rules holding you back from taking a look.
I would think that they
not
would
a lot.
probably
Yeah, I'm like,
sit next to each other and watch it rather than me.
Oh.
I have no awareness, so let's see here.
3 successes.
2 successes.
Okay. That's enough to recognize something.
What did I see?
You watch and you see several people come and go here and there throughout the video.
Thank you.
You recognize some of your neighbors coming in from a night out. You recognize some of your some of the people who work at there's janitorial staff, there's the doorman, security. It's a night, so, and it's the beginning of the night, so there's still some normal traffic. You notice that, and Eddie notices this. You got 3 successes.
Yeah.
You notice that this is a very nice building. You're on 2nd.
Right.
You're on 2nd Avenue. You're in a good part of town. Elevators are well kept, well maintenanced.
Mm-hmm.
After people enter the elevator, there's a 4-second delay, and then the doors close. It only opens back up again if something is in the way. Or it'll stay open for as long as it is that people are crossing the threshold.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that about a half an hour ago, the doors stayed open a little bit longer than they should have when somebody was getting on the elevator.
You're making
You
a base.
also
What
notice
is
that
it?
there's a little bit of visual static on the camera, but you know, it's a momentary little, like any interference you might get. It happens on all the cameras from time to time, but you notice that it's happening at that moment.
We wind it back to that time about half an hour ago, right there.
Okay, stops it.
See how the door kind of just hangs open a little longer than it normally did before? Did you see that?
I see what you're saying. It's usually more static. Would we instantly think
like,
of
to pause it or
how?
You're not sure, but it's suspicious. You also know that the elevator goes up to your floor, opens empty.
Is there also that blip of interference again when it opens?
A little bit.
Could it be maybe someone from the Nosferatu clan?
Not as familiar with Nosferatu. And
Well, I would say make an
powers.
occult check
Okay.
to understand that. Knowing that Nosferatu can be sneaky is not terribly
Okay,
difficult.
so my roll is what?
It's wits occult.
Just occult?
Yes.
Or wits occult?
Wits occult.
Oh, you got a
Okay,
lot of dice
yeah.
for that.
Remember to swap in your hunger dice.
I know. It's scaring me now because now she has 2 hunger dice. Like the whole beginning of the last game, we only had 1.
Yeah, it adds a little element of tension, doesn't it? Isn't it? I like that. It's not a gas tank anymore. Now you're thinking about every time you take an action.
Or just
if you're hungry, something might happen.
2 successes?
2 successes?
2
Okay.
successes.
You know, there's a few clans out there that are known for being stealthy. You don't know how they would evade a camera like that.
Ghouls don't have... She knows, like, ghouls wouldn't have the capability to... Or is that something
you got
questionable?
2 successes. You're not 100% sure.
Okay.
But you also know that anybody, like most things in the vampire world, anybody who dedicates enough time could probably develop that kind of a skill. So you only have a guess if you're trying to think stereotypically.
I
What
mean,
is
if they're
it?
trying to be... If someone's trying not to be seen in your building, how long do you think that they would have been so careful? Would they continue to be careful down the block on their way here? Could we maybe see if anybody on the street
Did
notice someone?
the doorman say he saw anybody with a package?
I didn't ask the doorman. I could try to ask him. Actually, I want to see can I see the time frame between, like, do I see the envelope appear right in front of the door? Is there anything there?
No. There's nothing.
There's no envelope.
There's nothing, there's no envelope, nothing in the hallway until you see it just appear under your doorway. You don't even see it from the hallway. But you also know that it's not looping footage either. It's not some kind of hacker trick or something like that. You two being kind of aware of technology, you know that it's not, this isn't some trick where somebody, these are closed circuit cameras. And they'd have to get past the front security desk to access the feeds.
What
What do you see?
That's the problem. We don't see anything.
If you can look, there's like this blip of disturbance.
Evelyn gets up
here.
from her egg chair,
Come on.
puts out her cigarette,
Yeah,
and like
come on,
leans
sit on the floor
over.
with us.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting on the floor with my laptop.
She like
Yeah.
kind of kneels and leans over.
I got her on the floor.
So we're watching
Nice
the
little
footage
floor party.
back.
Yeah,
You know,
floor party.
Footage, recording, you know that. So, but we don't see it in any of the cameras. There's nobody dropping off the envelope with the pictures.
But does it look like anybody's moving fast? Could they have moved fast enough to not be captured on camera?
Well, cameras would be... Well, depending on how good your security, camera footage would probably be 30 or less frames.
Well, if they're trying to save storage space,
Yeah.
but
What level of...
most security systems that are good enough in these kinds of buildings, they tend to have like at least I believe it's a hectare, a really big memory bank.
Yeah.
They buy an enormous hard drive, server-side style hard drive.
So conceivably, I could then on my playback slow it down, possibly, and go frame...
Well, if you
with the
want,
arrow key.
it's about 60 FPS.
Okay, so
So
around...
it's good footage. It's not the
Yeah.
worst.
Okay.
When the elevator opens, just pull it back up and try and do it slowly, since Miss Priestley mentioned speed being a factor, and
Right,
see if we could
right,
dissect
right.
the frame by frame.
Any kind of blips or kind of
Yeah,
visual.
not hitting like
static.
play, but putting it in like the arrow
by
mode
frame?
where you're sitting
Oh,
there
okay.
like,
Yeah.
She's frame by frame.
Okay.
Uh-oh. He's getting his
this is a swell floor party, guys.
I think it was.
Well, it's clean, so I don't mind it.
Except for it, Delia just kind of swats away a little bit of the rubble dust from the counters.
I'll pick that up later.
It's coming out of your chest.
Make a wits awareness test.
All of us?
All of us?
Anybody who's trying to hone in on the.
I mean, we're all sitting there now.
Yeah, we're real close, guys.
What's awareness? Oh, you got good awareness.
1 success.
1 success.
All right, hold on.
Our hopes and dreams weigh on you.
2 successes.
Other than the subtle artifacting that you had already noticed, you can't see anything that would imply some form of speed. Hell, you can't even notice anybody who might be any kind of like person presence. You just know that in the last hour, within the time of that envelope sliding underneath your door, on this footage, it never came from the outside. It just appeared under your door.
Could this be magic?
Why'd you have to say it like that?
I'm
you
sorry.
Mean, like,
I don't know what you do.
Well, you did well enough on the occult roll that you know that there's no blood sorcery that you can think of that uses that, even the old paths.
No, this is definitely not something that you could achieve through thaumaturgy, but we could possibly explore outside of the building.
What about if they...
What are you thinking?
What if they went invisible?
Well,
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely know it was somebody within the kindred community, because there's obviously someone didn't just send a ghoul to drop it off or something.
Or
just a regular human.
Eddie, do you have any eyes on the street in this neighborhood that maybe might have seen something further down the block? Something that is not webcam footage with really shitty pixelization?
This was pretty good footage, to be
I
fair.
know, I'm just being sour about it. I'm sorry.
7:20.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that. It's still like pretty early in the evening for us.
How early in the evening did this arrive?
This arrived pretty much just
As we woke up, right?
well. You had woken up. You had had a little bit of your, getting the crusty blood sleep out of your eyes.
Ugh.
I changed out of my nightie.
Metaphorically speaking.
Everything's white in this house. That's terrible.
Metaphorically speaking.
Pops of red.
Of course.
The monochrome.
Pops of red come from our
pops of
sleepy
red.
eyes.
Pops of red.
There's nothing like my criminal contacts wouldn't help me really in this situation, or it could.
You might know a few people on the street.
All right, maybe see if there's any other.
Well, as
suspicious
part
folk.
of security and you having a contact on the street, you have a couple of homeless plants.
Homeless plants.
That's
Not like plants, but
I know what
they
you
live in
mean.
the area.
plants.
They live in the area, and
Okay.
they keep an eye on the building for you.
Okay.
In return, you make sure they get food, make sure that, maybe a door in the back gets left open and they can get some shelter, and, you make life a lot easier for them.
To a degree, yeah. Okay. I could ask some of my associates that I keep outside, help check on the area, make sure, nothing crazy comes your way. Could see if any one of them saw something.
I think that would be for the best.
All right. I'll make my way outside the building and check up on them, see if they saw anything.
Okay.
I dramatically lay on the fainting couch.
Miss Priestley, we're gonna figure this out. Okay, you're gonna... Delia just goes to check her phone to see if there's any updates on the Barlow podcasts.
Yeah. There's been a release.
While she's...
Or there's been a release informing on the RSS feeds that he's going to be going live on the radio in a few.
Miss Priestley, do you have a radio? Come on, please.
That I do have.
Oh, could I borrow it?
She points to like a monochrome 1965 retro edition standing radio. Very nice. It looks brand new, but it's definitely made in the style. She's like, it's over there in that corner by the trees, by the inside rose trees, which have red roses on them.
The inside rose trees. You're lucky, I know how to use these still. She kind of goes over to fidget on the dials, set up the station to where the RSS is. She's sitting there fucking fidgeting like, oh, for fuck's sake. Trying to find just the right
Use the second
one.
dial to the left.
Oh, okay. You know we're around the same age. I know how to use this. It's just silly. There's so much easier ways to do this now.
I prefer the aesthetic.
As the as you tune in to the AM station that is being hijacked, you start to hear. It sounds like old. Silent movie, horror orchestra music.
Like the theremin?
Yeah, like with a little bit of a theremin in there, and just the eerie music of the 40s is kind of playing in the background, and it sounds like it's being played on an old record player. You
I
can
really
hear
like
that
this song.
warm hiss and pop as the needle tracks its course around the outside of the wax. And then it fades, and a familiar voice comes on. Nope.
Got it.
Whoop. There it goes.
So, how about that Elysium? Decent turnout for doors open at the Century Association. Some whining, I hear, and dining, I also hear. And then a beautiful demonstration of the one-handed dance techniques of the French Baroque period.
She tries to not laugh, so Miss Priestley.
Chug wish he could have been there.
Like,
I'm not here.
I'm on the fainting
Not
couch.
really,
It's like,
no. Since I would have been skinned and staked out for the sun if I showed my gorilla in that crowd. So, here's what I gather from the whole thing. Pure speculation, of course, so get your pounds of salt ready to apply. Old Siggy has himself something juicy on our boy with the pointed hat. Now, we don't know what it was, but it broke that fabulous marble exterior of Big Pappy. Why he lose his cool? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe he had a lost puppy. Maybe he hadn't fed yet, was just a little hangry.
how dare he?
Maybe our mutual friend on the inside just urged him enough to have him haul off and slap the canines out of the arrogant aristocrat's mush. Regardless, we got a great show out of it. Seeing that video made my heart flutter for the first time in a decade.
Please.
That's right, everyone. I see everything. Eyes and ears above and below the streets. You know, you gotta stay informed if you're going to have an informed opinion and then have an informed show. Looks like I'm gonna have to call in a few favors around here and take this matter into my own hands soon over in Brooklyn. 2 more slappy stiffs pop up in my neck of the woods. Gonna be keeping an eye out over there now since law and media is starting to call this shit a serial killer situation. Lucky for us, this shit is so sloppy. It's not like the bodies are turning up looking like drain Capri Sun bags or anything. They're finding them more cut and slashed up, gutted. NYPD is a cunt hair away from putting up an APB for a scarred up looking motherfucker in a Christmas sweater and fedora. Well, that's it for now. I've been Master Barlow. I'm closing the shutters and hitting the pine. Catch you later.
Who is this radio fiend?
And shortly thereafter, it returns to its normal broadcast. The flamenco channel comes back.
What do they play?
Some flamenco music. I do not have flamenco music ready to play.
Immersion broke. And people actually, they listen to this?
Listen, Miss Priestley.
Absolute hogwash.
Did you just say hogwash? How old are you again? Miss Priestley, stop it. No one's here to see you or judge you. You don't need to get in a tizzy. But that was something...
That was rude.
Miss Priestley, he brings up a good point. It's possible maybe this information was distributed to other people before you. Maybe
I said
Sigbert,
that.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. Maybe Sigbert had this. Someone gave him that information. You know how much he would love to use it as ammunition politically.
Of course.
Something else I noticed is that they said possibly someone on the inside. I have no idea who that might be. But I mean,
I don't even really what he meant by that. Did he mean by the inside of Papillon's circle? Like me?
Well, he has to get information to make his show, so somebody in there has to tell him about it. Who do you think is closest that would never betray in that circle? Everyone puts on such a face. It's a little... Everyone puts on such a face in Elysium. Okay, yes, you are very loyal to your granddaddy. I'm just saying, like, maybe start thinking about who would benefit most from this information being distributed.
Well, Miss Priestley racks her brain. Who would benefit?
I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure.
I said Miss Priestley racks her brain. Who would benefit?
I like
benefit from the broadcasts or benefit from the photos?
Photo.
Oh, well, I mean,
Obvious. Sigbert.
Obvious without needing a role.
Mm-hmm.
The obvious answer is anybody who might wish to blackmail the prince in court. This would be a social faux pas. And to most princes, it would be a bad situation, but to a Toreador prince, to be caught associating with unsavory individuals...
You don't have to tell me.
Yes. Such a social misstep would be absolute murder in court.
Every time I look at those photos, I see Eve from the inside. I don't know. Obviously, it would be people who would wish to blackmail him. It'd be people who would wish to perhaps nosy their way in to blackmail him and dethrone him. It could be many things. It's what he's done could potentially be a political suicide.
Or literal suicide. I'm not here.
We probably should have figured out. Do you think Eddie's gonna text us if he finds something? Were we supposed to?
I don't have a phone.
Out on the street.
Marco!
Eddie.
Send.
Hello.
Eddie is making his way to one of the usual corners. And I don't mean street corner, I mean an unoccupied building.
Shady alleyway.
More
Shady
like the,
building.
More like the corner where steps and the side of a building might meet. That's kind of in darkness, in shade, even at night, where somebody might post up and catch a few winks.
Mm-hmm.
You find him kind of relaxing, having a cup of something. It's hot. You don't know if it's tea or coffee, or maybe might even be soup in a styrofoam cup. Covered in his usual greasy, dirty, just unkempt clothes. Probably hasn't been cleaned in months on months on months. And street living is not forgiving when it comes to stains. He's got a heavy jacket, at least with a pretty good hood up. And he sits in his corner, drinking his whatever from a cup.
Eddie kind of like starts like walking up. Is he kind of like hunched over, like looking down at his little cup?
No, he's got his eyes kind of, looks like he's scanning.
Okay.
And as you come close, you see the hood kind of nod up and down as you get closer.
Kind of just take a seat next to him. So, hey, how's it going?
It's getting cold.
Yeah, it is starting to get kind of chilly out. Hey, I gotta ask you something. Have you seen anything kind of odd around here lately?
You see, you hear a little bit of a jingle as the cardboard that he's sitting on, he kind of nudges a coffee can a little bit closer in your direction with his foot.
Pull out like a $5 bill and like toss it into his cup.
You see him kind of lean over. Nope.
Nothing at all? No suspicious people going into Miss Priestley's building?
No. That's not a... No, I didn't see anything. Pay me more. That's a... No, I didn't see anybody.
And so wait. So
I really didn't see anybody.
Okay, I got confused for a sec. All right, well, stay warm out there. Give him a little like pat on the shoulder as I get up from the stoop, start walking towards anyone else who might be able to help me out.
You don't really know that many other. They're kind of spread out throughout the city. It's kind of a network that you kind of got in touch with, and you met them through drug dealers and stuff like that, and making specific connections with a few individuals. But you got cozy with this guy because he always seems to post up somewhere near the eye line of this door, and he knows you give him money for that.
Yeah.
So he's doing you that favor. It's the closest thing to a job he's got right now.
Yeah.
That you can get.
But clearly he hasn't seen anything. But to be fair, I don't know how much I trust the reliability of these people, but they're better than nothing to go off of. Ugh. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep investigating, maybe just like the block, like seeing if I see any suspicious looking people or anything around.
Make a wits awareness check.
Going for these low dice pools.
Yeah, wits awareness is not our strong suit.
Oh. Okay, that's one success.
That was a roller coaster just now.
Yeah, that dice did some spinning.
Not really. There's nothing that you can see that isn't just a normal night on a New York City street.
All right. Well, at this point, Eddie would probably just get a little, not exactly like frustrated. I mean, he's still like a little internally processing what he saw from the photos, so he's still kind of being.
But you find that there's nothing,
Yeah.
nothing investigative wise.
There's nothing to really help the situation, so he'll just head back into the building and tell them that he didn't find anything.
Well, just as you send the Marco, that's when you say Polo back and open the door.
How'd it go?
Well, my one guy watching the street said he didn't find anything.
So we have no leads whatsoever.
Oh, stop it.
Well, I don't know. Did you said was there a radio thing? Or did I leave
Yeah.
before that happened?
I'll send you the MP3 file later.
Okay, sure.
I'll send it to you. Don't worry about it. Is there somebody, especially who does Sigbert keep in his circle? Who would know about what's going on with him? Because he might have information, but I don't think he's gonna want to talk to us.
What about
And by us, I mean 100%. I may have misstepped last time.
What about that that there sheriff? That sort of tried to break it up a bit. One of the Anna Marie.
I would put money down that the sheriff was not worried for Legrand.
I think about it.
Okay. We'll let you make a... You know what? There's no politics check for this one. You know Siegbert, being the Ventru Primogen, he holds the interest of his clan at court. He almost exclusively associates with other Ventru. He feels, as he is a descendant of Herstadt, that he kind of deserves where he stands. As entitled as the Ventru are, just imagine a little bit more entitled. Not only is he Ventru, but he's the cream of the crop. He's the 1% of the 1%.
And is there anybody within that group I think he would...
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to make a wits politics roll. That was the freebie stuff about what you would obviously know, seeing as who
Am I using my court advantage?
Yeah, I'll allow you to use your court advantage.
That's a lot of dice. You can do it.
Okay. Ooh. 4,
Oh, that's
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
That's a quad.
Yeah, so we have 4 plus...
6.
We
That's
have
a lot.
7 successes.
Oh, girl!
Okay. Let me just
No messy criticals.
Oh, Toby.
Just
Oh.
success.
That was our reward. We got toe beans for your success.
Lots of success. Finally.
Excuse me, not on the microphone, please, with the tail.
Oh.
Okay, as I was about to elucidate, you had said that you had asked that who would he know that might be able to. You don't know if he has any access to who might get this, but his influence is wide. And if he doesn't have it influentially, he might be able to find somebody who he might be able to grease a palm of financially. Because your line does well. People pay 7 digits for one of your designs at times. He is a Wall Street investor. He has portfolios upon portfolios, and he has been trading since the crash. He is well backed. Now, you do know that he might be able to persuade the angels to help him if he made the deal good enough. The angels, though, seem to just be
Pretty separate.
focused on making sure they're taken care of. They have no specific problems in court. They haven't shown any specific political stance against Papillon, against the prince. But the angel family is also known for just being in it for the angel family.
Yeah.
I mean, before the Battle of New York, there was no angel family. After the Battle of New York, there was about 15 to 20 of them. They're tight. They're good at what they do. There's a reason why the Master Harpy of New York City is a Nosferatu.
Well, There could be a lot of political string pulling going on via either by people with similar interests, by waving a big check around, which Sigbert, while I know I do well, does better than me. Perhaps he's reached out to the angels, who have no care besides anybody but themselves.
You know who would delight to find dirt on the Angel family? You should think of her very quickly, because I'm pretty sure she lives right up your asshole. Like, I think she owns a flat.
I understand.
She's here?
Wait, is that the other guest room? Like, Jillian,
No. I know you're speaking about Alice. I mean, we could call her upon her and see what she knows.
I mean, she is a fellow harpy, and that's basically who all the angels are, the harpies, essentially.
No, but she would...
But the angels are very tight.
That's true.
Do you think we could make a meeting at the Gilded Thread?
I don't see why not.
I don't know. I'm still kind of interested in finding out what those guys about all the local gangs at the Aces and Eights bar. I still want to investigate that as well. Maybe we could
I
invite
will
her
say
there.
this is probably one of the most pressing matters, though, with these photos. Because if we imagine if multiple people got these at the same time as we did, right now, or have already had them.
The Aces and Eights bar probably is nowhere Alice is going to want to go, but is there a nicer area somewhere near there that maybe we can streamline our activities for the night?
You know that there's one or two places in the more hipstery areas of Brooklyn, the more, well, to be honest, gentrified areas of Brooklyn that you might be able to get to.
I have a few places in mind.
There is a neighborhood called Williamsburg.
Yes, Williamsburg. There's a place in Williamsburg that I think might work. That's in between where we want to go and where we should meet Alice.
All right. Well, let's see what time we can schedule her. Does she use a phone?
Oh, I don't know, Miss Priestley.
It's the best
How
way
liberal is she with?
I mean, she is a toreador.
Yeah, but
Well,
there are
she's
plenty.
kind of young too. I'm not sure.
I just don't know how.
Would I know if she uses a?
Sorry about that. Cat just literally tail flipped the fucking microphone. Trying to
Would I know
control this
she's
one.
a blasphemous device?
The first tradition has been slightly altered to say that social media and the internet est verboten, but
But she's also young
limited
and
limited
hip.
limited use of texting and telephones and cell phones are not the absolute worst sin.
They're not rocking a smartphone where they're sitting there checking.
I don't know. She may, but like this is your expertise.
You would know if she does.
If she has a number?
You'd have her number.
Okay.
She's not calling me. I assure
Oh, you have a
Evelyn,
landline
there's-
you have
That's
a little
the same.
black book.
Okay, let me
The contacts.
go over to my desk, and I take out this little beautiful white sterling marble desk. Take this like
Well, you didn't
tiny,
smash this one
ancient,
yet,
Yeah, I mean, that's
ancient black book.
You can see it's got the little alphabetical tabs in it for an address book, and she's flipping through it.
I think I
My
have
mom
her
has one of those.
right here. Ooh.
Maybe you should get a Rolodex.
You do have a rotary. She's got one of those. She's got one of those like really bony looking rotaries with the horns on the end that sits on the cradle. That's a two-pronger kind of situation. Makes a little ka-tunk when she picks it up, and she hits into the rotary.
It's been a very long time.
It's fine. She's touching it at all.
You hear the whirl and the mechanical of the rotary as it takes her a fucking hour to dial the 9-digit number.
I do not miss that. When you fuck it up and you hit the wrong number, you got
Stop! I have to focus.
Yeah, don't mess up her
10 digit,
concentration.
sorry, it's 10-digit because of the area code, not 9.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
It's even harder now.
Okay, I think I.
Shit, I lost my place.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
The phone rings. You hear.
Oh, it's been so long.
You actually hear. When I say the phone rings, I mean it says. Please wait while your party is reached. And then one of the most recent
phone.
pop songs comes on. Listen to it.
What is this?
I really don't know recent pop songs. Like, I have no idea.
Is it the Monster Mash?
No. The phone picks up and you hear, I did not expect to hear from you over the phone. Oh, it's so good to hear from you.
Alice, dear. I was wondering if you'd like to meet me for a drink in Williamsburg this evening.
Oh, that sounds absolutely fabulous. I want to do it. 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 I'm getting dressed now. What are you wearing? I don't want to clash.
Oh, well, I'm absolutely going to be wearing my usual style of dress. Maybe a jacket.
Okay.
Black and white, dear.
Oh, absolutely. I can do something. It will complement. Not too loud, but it'll complement.
Oh, great. I look forward to seeing you.
I'm so excited.
Oh, and my friends will be there too.
Oh, well, they're always welcome.
Oh, wonderful.
I find them charming.
Great. So I guess I'll see you at what's the bar name?
Oh,
We didn't pick a name. It was just
pick a name.
Williamsburg.
The IV drip. It's a medical themed kind of
great.
hipster bar.
Oh yeah, no, they totally
it's
have
a very
those.
hip and cool bar named the IV Drip.
I've got the perfect thing to wear. That's amazing. Okay, I'm even more excited now.
Wonderful.
Great place. Oh, I happen to have some extra money this month. I got a release from a trust fund that I happen to be attached to. So if you have any designs I could look at,
I'll make sure to bring my book.
Oh, you are amazing. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you.
So excited.
Wonderful.
Okay, let me go. I have to get ready.
Okay, we'll see you shortly, dear.
Okay, how long?
I would say give us about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh my god, it would take me at least an hour to get ready. At least.
We'll
Maybe
give you
two.
an hour.
Okay. I'll look dreadful, but I'll do it.
Wait, Miss Priestley, yeah, we could do the other thing first.
Say that louder.
We could do the other thing first. You start like trying to whisper because she's still on the phone.
Okay.
If she needs more time.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I would look absolutely terrible. And
Okay, how about this? How about would 2 hours work for you?
2 hours? I could make it work. I could focus and make sure that my best face is on.
No rush. No rush.
No rush, dear. No rush.
Okay. I will be there. Punctuality is fashionable.
Do you have Delia's number? Because once I leave here, you won't be able to contact me directly.
Of course. No.
Here, I'll give you the phone.
Just,
Oh God. Oh God. She had no etiquette. Just shoves it over to her.
Hi.
hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So, all right. So you need my phone number, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Yep.
could. If I'm going to be. You do text?
Yes.
I can do text.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Is this number fine? I'll text you the number.
Yes, text me at this number. This is mobile.
Okay. Cool.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. No. Secrets. We're friends now. Eddie, do you want to talk to her?
I'm
take
good.
that.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I am gonna ask for that
All
number
right.
though.
So I guess we'll see you soon, Alice. I'll make sure to bring my book.
I am almost alive again
Okay,
for this.
okay.
Oh, Good.
Thank you.
Wonderful. See you soon, dear. Ta-ta.
I'll let her know when I message her if I need to.
Wait. What if you
What?
text
I hate
her
phone
first?
calls.
She'll think that you're me, and she might talk to you
No,
more.
she'll. But you gave her your number. She didn't.
We
give
have
no,
time
I told
to
her I
go
would
your
text her.
investigation.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll work it out later.
Okay.
We have time for your investigation.
Okay. I don't necessarily know how much you'd want to go to the
this is her
aces and
number, by
eights.
the way.
Yes. No.
It's right
Oh,
there. It's that one.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just text her now so she has
I'm
it.
not going to look
I'll
at
just-
it.
Yeah. Okay. She sends like a little bad emoji.
Just hold on to it.
Hey there.
Just keep it in my pocket. The fact that I know it.
I got you.
I'll message her if it becomes necessary.
Oh, wonderful. Miss Priestley's fixing up her lipstick. Wonderful.
All right. So
So I guess we'll get the driver and we'll go to your first destination. In what part of town?
See, yeah, that's a. You might stand out a little. Just.
yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean I'm going to stand out?
It,
I
you-
look
it might be a good
everywhere.
thing. It might
If
be a
I'm
good
not
thing.
eye-catching, I'm doing something wrong.
I don't know
But I
how
understand.
eye-catching you want to be at the aces and eights.
I believe I have a black jacket over there.
You expect us to pick it up for you, or?
It's okay. I'm sure it will magically make its way over to me.
All right, then we will be on our way, Miss Priestley.
Ghoul has been put under the gun.
Oh my God, this is great.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye contact.
over there.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye
Near the couch,
contact.
on the couch.
Everything's black. Everything's black.
Darkness, darkness.
Wrong place to bring something
Wonderful.
black and put it down.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She struggles.
Oh, no.
you know the aces and eights is in one of the less gentrified areas of Brooklyn, a little bit closer to Queens.
Mhm.
From what you can bring up on Google Maps, you know, it's got at least a parking lot nearby. So you could drive there if you wished.
Oh, what was the name of your driver? What was his name?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't talk to us.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
We give him good
I mean,
bonuses.
yeah, I'll give him a good thumbs up. We could just, you just have him park the car nearby.
I mean,
Do I have to ring him? She looks at the phone
she's like, I've done this so much
almost-
today.
Actually, Daniel is one of the few people that you'd probably be comfortable calling because he just answers, does his business, and hangs up. And she proceeds to put in. Yes, Miss Priestley.
Could you just please bring the car around? We're looking to go to where?
The Aces and Eights bar
Aces and Eights Bar in Queens.
in the Queens.
In the
In the
Queens.
Queens.
In the
Well,
Queens.
no, it's in Brooklyn, closer to Queens.
In the Brooklyn.
In the
In the
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn near Queens.
He'll know where it is.
Of course, Miss Priestley.
Thank you so much, Dad.
Very well.
You're a dear.
The phone hangs up before you can even take it away from your ear.
So-
It took you longer to put it in the actual number than it was for how long the phone call took.
Delia's
Oh, it might be in the bag, darling.
Oh my God, she's snaking off into Miss Priestley's closet and like stealing a pair of shoes.
Just be careful with the microphone when you put it on here.
I
in-
thought you were going to get her jacket. And
No,
it's just
no.
like this black.
She's just
black.
holding-
Which one is it?
I know.
There's so many black.
No, she's just holding a pair of little black like ballet flats and looking at Miss Priestley
That's
like,
sideways. Perfect.
I hid them here.
Great.
I need
Thank
these.
you.
She's good. She got her jacket.
you go.
It's fine.
I'm
You're ready to
discreet.
go. Discreet and ready to go.
I am discreet and I'm ready to go.
I might want to see if there's any clinics in the area. On the way.
Why?
For a snack.
Oh, you're hungry, dear. I mean, fair enough.
I mean, I could bring something out for you guys.
I mean, you should.
I'm fine.
I mean, you don't want to just eat at the bar.
You know, everybody has their type.
I don't know
Fair's fair.
if I'm the mover and the shaker in the bar. It just seems like it would be a joke. I don't know. It would be easier if I made my rounds. I could ask if they encountered anything weird in the ER
All right.
while I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, there was, I was there for the message with the serial killings, the messy.
Well, we also know that if they're possibly running with the human gangs, the mortals, then if anyone came in with some
dire wounds.
Information.
yeah, maybe I can kind of keep an eye out for that while I'm going
Alright.
through the files.
And
What did he
I'll ask
say?
those at the
man
bar.
on the radio that people were looking like some type of bag.
A Capri Sun.
A what?
Miss Priestley.
Oh, the fruity drink with the straw. You just get to. You just.
Yeah, but
It's
then you
very
always it slides.
Is it a wine?
And then
No, it's like sugary sweetness.
Watch with the jacket on the microphone.
So sorry, dear.
extravagance has its
shoulder.
cost.
One shoulder.
One shoulder
There
off.
you go.
Don't want to show too much skin.
Hey,
Perfect.
tasteless.
Watch the hair. Cool. I do not want to repeat from last. It was the bats.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Constant
the bats
surrounding of
fluttering.
bats.
The point is, you get to stab your drink, and it's very satisfying.
Okay.
We leave.
You're fairly sure
For
that
Daniel.
you'd pass a couple of hospitals on the way if you wanted to stop off. It would take you, getting in the car, maybe 20 minutes, about 45 minutes, considering how you prefer to feed.
Sorry.
5 minutes later, you get your phone. It jangles on its on the hook.
Yeah, I want a car.
The car is ready, Miss Priestley.
Thank you.
Click. Hangs it up before you're done.
That's the
Great.
face I make in real life when people try and call me.
Okay, car's ready. We leave.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
You head downstairs and sitting in a tow-away zone, waiting for you, is Daniel with the door open to the back of the town car.
I gracefully slide into the car.
Just give him a thumbs up as I get in the car.
He semi-smiles and nods as you do so.
Clutching her purse, she kind of like slides in.
He actually takes the purse from you so that you can sit down. Well, at least he goes to take it from you as you go to sit down. So
I got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Pulls his hands back.
She sits on her lap.
He swings the door closed. You hear his footsteps as he walks in front of the car, gets in. I believe I found the address.
Wonderful. How quick can you get us there?
It seems to be about a 20-minute ride.
Perfect. You said you need to stop?
Yes. If there's something on the way.
Ma'am?
Do we pass any hospitals on the way?
Yes, I believe so.
We'll just need to make a quick stop. But don't pull up to the emergency entrance, just pull up to the regular admission entrance.
Very well. He,
Does Daniel know, like, what up?
You pay him enough that he doesn't
He's not going to question
care.
anything.
Good. That was a
He's
good
not
question.
a retainer. He is not a retainer.
Okay.
He is not trusted with your secrets, but at the same time, you pay him enough that...
If anything weird were to happen, he'd just look the other way.
Yeah.
Cool.
To be fair, Delia's she's in her blazer. The gloves are a little strange, but depending on the time of year, it could be believable. She goes through her bag and she's
Like I said,
yeah.
he's paid enough, and he knows eccentric rich people do what eccentric rich people do. So he tries not to think about it and just...
He doesn't let it bother him.
Nope.
Or his
He's
morals.
professional.
We go.
So you start on your way. The rain from last night has evaporated in the sun of the day, so it's rather dry but brisk night. October night in the city. You're able to kind of take in the ambiance of the city tonight. There seems to be a little unease in the air. You kind of notice people darting back and forth, more than a few people running down blocks. Nothing that would make you feel like some kind of state of emergency had started, but still, you notice it a little bit more than usual. Maybe you're just on edge because of the photos, but you notice the distressing parts of the city a little bit more. Maybe about 15 minutes into your ride, you pull up to the front of one of the there's several hospitals in New York City.
It needed.
Yeah, there's 18 million people there. They need a few hospitals. You pull up to the general admissions door, one of the entrances, and Daniel rolls down the divider window. Says, we've arrived at the hospital as requested.
I'll only be like 15 minutes if you didn't want anything.
I'm fine. It's not really to my taste.
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna be really fast.
Okay.
She looks at her bag and leaves her bag there, and like just opens the door and is like 15 minutes, and then makes her way shuffling into the hospital.
Oh.
I roll down the window. I'm just enjoying a smoke. Bad human habit.
Hopefully she doesn't take too long. We don't want to be late.
As she's going 15 minutes.
There's nothing
Okay.
late with me.
Let's see. We
Specifically-
could do an extended
I
feeding sequence, but I don't think this really warrants that right now.
She knows her way around the hospital. She usually masquerades
She
as
goes into her bag, pulls out her mask documentation.
yes, so she usually says that she is someone over from South Oaks. This isn't normally where she would be, but she has a patient she needs to see who ended up. It's a big hoopla. But she usually tries to go for anyone who is not coherent, so coma patients or people who are maybe not emotionally stable enough to be worried for.
Relatives. Who needs those?
So, gonna go ahead and have you go and make a simple roll for feeding.
What
What
for is roll?
First.
First feeding of game.
Yeah, first feeding of the game.
Wow.
You are going to make a...
I mean, she has an eye for if anyone's under anesthesia.
We'll go with wits and... Wits and medicine, because you're breaking into a hospital, so your knowledge of
Breaking into a...
Breaking in,
how quick you
walking
can think
in.
and how
That's the
quickly you can
same.
think on your feet, and your knowledge of hospitals.
And that's with the hunger die.
With the hunger dice.
Alright.
Is that a cocked dice? It's on the coily magnet thing. Yeah.
Okay, so 1,
No
2,
difference.
3 successes.
A 5, 6? No,
Wait.
5's not.
No, 5s
No,
aren't. It's
6s.
6 and higher.
Six and higher.
Right.
Because that's great for dyslexics.
yeah,
6 and 9s. So yeah, 3 successes.
Okay, easy enough. Without going too much into detail and dragging it out.
It's normal for her.
Yeah, she as she waves her credentials around, nurses and security, they've seen the badge before. It looks about right, and you come up with enough of a bullshit reason within the medical community that they would just understand why who you were looking for wasn't directly into the system. And are you looking for anybody in particular?
I mean, her tastes are to make sure she's not going to hurt anyone who's too delicate of a physical state. She doesn't want to. If someone's chart says that they're like in critical condition, she would avoid that clearly. But like I said, she looks for people who aren't coherent to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Well, you find a coma patient, someone who is not on too many sedatives that won't affect you should you drink, but somebody who isn't exactly...
They're coasting.
Yeah. they're alive, but they have drips and feeding tubes, that kind of a situation. So you easily make your way in with enough. You draw the curtain closed, and you're able to feed just enough to slake one hunger.
Nice.
This actually has a resonance to it. Let's see here. It's not blood potency.
They're
She's
alchemical
taking
alignment.
forever.
Well, this is a new mechanic to 5th edition. I want to make sure that we put it in there and make sure
That was an in-character
That was an
thing.
in-character
Not
complaint.
like literally like.
I'm just letting everybody know why it takes a little bit extra. I am not 100%. There's a lot about vampire that I am completely accustomed to without any kind of necessary there it is. It should be in here. Where is it?
She's also making some written adjustments to their chart. Considering she's taking blood from them, she's gonna make sure that that is allotted for and like seems anemic.
Here's the
Adjust
chart.
your vitamin drip.
You end up getting phlegmatic blood,
Which affects my...
which I believe it affects. Where's the chart for Auspex or Dominate? You'll receive a 1 die bonus to Auspex or Dominate until you feed again.
Yeah. I guess I would have that go under Auspex.
Okay. As you feed, you feel, because they are in a very deep slumber, you feel the calm. Their brain is not hyperactive. It's not a medically induced coma. This person is just sleeping for a very long time. And you feel kind of calmed by the experience yourself. And as you look the wound closed, you're able to draw back the curtain and make your way out. Pleased in being able to perform your usual in and out technique.
How long did she take?
She took about 15 minutes.
Okay. 14, 58, 59.
Tapping on the window.
You took forever.
No, she was good. She kept to her word.
Eddie said, I'm good. Let me in.
Door pops open.
She scoots back in.
Daniel is even trying. He's like getting out of the car to go open the door for you. You've already opened it and gotten in, and he just stops halfway, gets back into the driver's seat.
Feeling more like yourself?
I had some things to attend to. It was 15 minutes or less, so that's great. So,
let's go.
The car makes it back onto the road, and now with Delia slaked of her hunger down to 1, you cross the bridge and make your way into Brooklyn. Heading further south in Brooklyn, leading you a little bit closer to some of the more areas, you find yourself,
Looking out the window and just like...
after about 10 to 15 more minutes of driving, you find yourself at a rather shitty looking motorcycle bar.
Like a dive bar with a capital D.
Yeah, there's a sign that there's a kind of a flickering it says Axe and Ites on the front of the bar, occasionally flickering so that you can see.
What is this?
It's not my fault that the human gangs feel like this is where they want to meet. it's very inconspicuous. You know, it's not like nice people go to these things.
There's also a half lit sign, a piece of signage that has it's got a spade, and there's an 8-ball in the center of it.
I want to activate my daunt.
Oh no!
Oh, you want people to stay away from
I want
you?
people. She
Okay.
takes one look
Okay.
out that window and is like, absolutely not.
You could stay in the car,
Even you
miss.
can feel the supernatural. Don't come near me.
The resting
Just
bitch
resonating
face is
off
strong.
of her. And you know she can switch it on and off from everyone look at me to stay the fuck away.
And she currently has
And
it on.
she
Screw
is
the fuck
definitely
away.
set to stay the fuck away. Even you feel uncomfortable sitting near her, even knowing that she isn't pointing the gun at you, but she's still got a gun in that kind of a sense.
So he like leans against the window on the other side, like, God, you have to do that.
You couldn't wait
Daniel.
till we were in
Rolls down
the bar.
rolls down the divider and takes a second. Without looking in the rearview mirror, he just kind of speaks to the windshield, saying, "This is where you wish to go, correct, Miss Priestley?"
Yes.
I will
Circle the block.
be in the area.
I guess we all shuffle
We
out.
all gotta.
Quickly rolls back.
Look what you did! Look what you did to poor Daniel. Come on.
Seriously, be more considerate.
I don't even listen. I just get out.
Wait, before we go
Alright.
in, Miss Priestley knows how we need to act in Elysium. Eddie, maybe take point on
Don't
this.
flirt with the bartender. None
Do
of that.
Do I feel like I'm in the flirting mood in this establishment?
Maybe you like
No.
the challenge?
No.
Okay, well don't
None
go.
of these are my type anyway.
Okay, but don't go picking any fights. If somebody comes near you, just
Do I
what
look
you
like
do.
I'm dressed for a fight? It's
No.
a white dress.
I know that, but
They're not worth the blood that would get on my dress.
And you
I
argue
know,
while you're
miss.
walking across the street. We're going to go ahead and take our first break because I don't want to begin a scene. I mean, we're usually a little bit... Let us return to our game. You've just crossed the street, making your way towards the rather surly-looking bar.
Is it just like traditional, like 2 front doors or like a single door?
It's got a single door off to one side. There's a few... There's several bikes parked out front. There's a singular bouncer-esque looking guard at the front. It doesn't look like he might have been hired by anybody. He might just be...
A bouncer.
a bouncer is hired.
I mean,
This
it's
guy
the
looks like he
bartender's
might
friend.
just be with one of the crews that frequents
gang.
this location.
Okay.
I just
You
look at him.
know a tough when you see one.
Oh.
So like we're walking into the bar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're walking towards the entrance of the bar right now.
Does he like even question us to let us in?
Well, he's looking at you guys with a little
He's not looking at me.
bit of trepidation. Everybody. He's looking at all. He's looking at all three of you, but you for some reason unsettle him. On the actually, I need to pull up presence and look at Daunt, double check and make sure what it does because it auto works on most mortals, I think.
Yes,
I have
it
an
is.
aura.
I have an aura of intimidation and menace to make mortals avoid me outright.
Let's see here. Ed the user's
I mean, to be
presence
fair, that's not the
ratings,
exact
intimidation
definition. That was
rolls.
me making it short and sweet.
I know,
Okay.
but it still works.
No, it does not automatically work on
Mortal?
The weak-willed.
aura of menace powerful enough to make most mortals avoid their... Okay, so it's not a rules thing that mortals will automatically do it, but you get to add your presence rating to intimidation checks.
I mean, you've already got that. I mean, we already know you have that donk going. So, like, if you want to,
Yeah, you want to head this V formation we got?
Yeah. Well, I'll do like a slide over. Let you take the lead on this.
Yeah, I'm head of the triangle.
Yeah, you're the triangle
Okay.
head.
Illuminati confirmed.
The pyramid of power.
You weave your way through the parked bikes and onto the sidewalk to the Axe and Ites bar. Currently, as the lights are currently mid-flicker. The bartender, the unofficial bouncer stands arms crossed, a large, down to his belly button, beard kind of guy, bit of a beard gut
He's a wizard.
going on, but he's definitely got some sumo muscle on him. Definitely dense muscle.
guy.
He's not a lean guy, but he's got that strongest man build. He's got thick muscle on him. Thick with two C's. So what I want you to do is he's gonna make a resolve composure check versus your intimidation, and you get to add your presence dice to this. Now, this isn't just intimidation. This is your presence. If you're using just your ability to like how are you approaching this guy? That's better. How are you approaching this guy? Are you just letting your natural magnetism be flipped around to the other pole and repel, or are you gonna walk up and subtly threaten him?
I'm not going to threaten him.
You're not gonna say anything. You're just gonna use your looks. You're using resting bitch face.
Of course.
You're going resting demon face, essentially, to just cut him out of existence. All right, so that's going to be charisma
Oh, great.
plus intimidation
Oh, God.
plus your presence
Oh,
dice.
God. Okay, wait.
He's got to roll against that.
What do I do with
geez.
all these
Oh, so many
dice?
dice! Ah!
Wait, where's my
Your presence is down there.
intimidation?
There.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow,
You got,
that's
you
a full hand.
Yeah, that's.
Thick.
You hear that?
Brought to you by
Thick.
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 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 success.
4 successes. Yeah, that beats his. He as you walk up, you can actually see him almost get the. It's like he's got something else got his attention, and he's kind of walking towards some guys that are obviously smaller than him, that don't belong to whatever he's with, because you see a patch festooned denim vest that he's got on, and he just leaves the door and goes over to those guys and starts kind of shoving them around.
Great. Let's
Because
go in.
you saw him make eye contact with you, and you saw him kind of.
Silence yourself out.
So
No,
he
he told
took
me to keep
his
it on.
he took his leather bandana wearing ass and moved it in the direction of some targets that were less intimidating than all 95 pounds of you.
Let's go.
And you're able to just unimpeded make your way into the bar.
You're very good at that, Miss Priestley.
My resting bitch is strong.
This place is...
Disgusting.
Oh, it's terrible. I would call it...
So I'm good enough for my cigarette. I'm putting it away.
I would call it aesthetically unpleasing. So that means that you now are taking your Toreador weakness.
Ah,
Oh.
You have a -1. Since your Bane severity is 1, you have a -1 to all checks in this location because you are
I'm just giving Eddie the dead eye.
not...
It's a good thing you had that
Oh,
vault
God,
outside the
it's-
bar.
She just slowly.
Oh, this is the type of place where they put the shells on the floor to absorb the beer. It's like there's just... The floor is like just peanut
My hair is going to get
shells.
stained from this place.
It's just peanut shells and sawdust on the floor. There's high top stools around tables.
My red bottoms are going to come out of your paycheck.
Yeah, the red bottoms are definitely not going to stay on this.
Hold on. She pushes through her purse and offers some hand sanitizer to Miss Priestley.
I snatch it and I was like,
There you go. See? Gloves.
There's
Can I have some?
There's a bar that's seen some better days. You can tell that its fair share of hard objects have been bounced off this bar. It's got
Congratulations, you all smell like vanilla.
It's got that kind of like pitted brass. Like it's got cracks out of it. Like obviously it was some kind of it's a dull metal
Like
with like
hammered?
a brass finish on it. It's not even actually all brass.
Okay, but just for her own, just to take a peek. Is there anybody that is actually attractive in this bar?
Let me describe the whole place.
No problem.
I'm going through a full description of the location here. Let me finish. Like there isn't the record scratch and everybody looks at you kind of moment, but you can get a sense that everybody kind of looking in your direction instantly averts their eyes, seeing as you still have your fuck offness going. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
You're kidding me? My hair's gonna get stained yellow.
There's like a layer of dust on the fans that are slowly turning overhead. It's not. Every light, and you're not sure if it's because the glass is actually colored that, or if nicotine had just stained it yellow. Which, by the way, they're all smoking in here, even though there is no smoking in New York City, indoors, in establishments, in public establishments. This place doesn't fucking care.
You're among good company then.
Let me finish describing the location. There is a good smattering of just tough-looking individuals. It looks like it's an extras gathering or an extras reunion for fucking Sons of Anarchy kind of in here. But a little bit more ethnically diverse. You notice a few different insignias on the backs of vests, but the most prominent one is an odd-looking, kind of classic smiling devil face. Like we're talking
Like pinup
legend,
style?
like devil. Like the what you'd see painted onto the side of a bomber, like a 50s style tattoo devil on the backs of their vests, and on the banners above and below the face it says "Devil's Due." They seem to be the most attended gang. There's others obviously floating about, but these are the main representing individuals.
After helping Miss Priestley with her gloves from her purse, kind of looking around, and is going to open her senses to see if there's something beyond this filthy little capsule that would be interesting in her particular line of interests.
Not necessarily.
Everything looks mundane then.
Yeah, everything looks rather. Using your unseen senses, you can catch that this place is pretty much.
For mundanes only.
This is a normie bar. This is a normie bar. Nobody's
gross,
etched
normies.
anything down.
No words.
Make a wits awareness check though.
My favorite.
You're good at it.
No, I'm not.
No.
Well,
No, she's good at wits occult. Which
I'm
is
good at that.
observing and analyzing
God,
magic
yes, you.
shit.
yeah, I have no awareness. And she said wits awareness?
Wits awareness. So
Yeah, okay.
straight up wits roll.
Oh yeah, you cured one of your hungers.
2 success.
2 successes.
Wow,
Okay.
out of 2.
Listen, that's
Out
how
of
we got
3.
through Elise.
Out of
You're
3.
also
Oh,
you're also fairly confident that there's nobody also hiding in this
Okay.
location from what you can see.
For good measure, is there anybody that is actually good looking at this bar?
I mean, this place is
Pretty disgusting. I know.
pretty
Look at my hand.
disgusting. I mean, there's a few.
I could judge a book by its cover.
They don't they don't have their vests, but they're hanging around with specific people, kind of the younger guys. I mean, they're kind of good looking and a little bit of a...
You need a shower,
Like-
and then you'll look great.
No, they've got kind of that James Dean Rebel Without a Cause kind of attractiveness
I mean, like-
going on.
Sometimes
Okay.
the little scent of gasoline's not so bad. Just a little bit, though.
Eddie, who do we want to talk to?
I kind of like try to scout around, see if there's anyone super important looking with one of these jackets on, with one
Make
of the insignia.
go. Let's say a wits streetwise check.
Okay.
Do you have a specialty in that?
For dealers.
No, this wouldn't help with dealers.
Okay, but I still get the the 3.
You still get, yeah.
Okay.
But it would govern whether you got an extra die for having a specialty in the thing.
Okay, so with streetwise, okay, that's a 5. Two successes.
2 successes. You see maybe 1 or 2 guys sitting at an end table in a booth along the wall. You notice that there's a black diamond with a 1%, and that there aren't any other guys in the Devil's Due that seem to have that patch. You know, 1%ers tend to be leadership amongst biker gangs.
So, who are we looking for?
Looks like we're looking at him right there. See
Can
them?
I switch to awe?
Oh no.
Oh God, we're in a bar, Miss Priestley. What if?
Okay, she swishes to awe.
And I beeline towards them.
Oh my God, she didn't. Wait, you don't even know what you're
Okay,
asking.
I'm like gonna like grab your arm as you're doing that. Like I'm like
Probably
gonna pull
not.
you. I'm probably am. I'm gonna try to rein you in a little.
Just
Why
like
don't we want to? Aren't they the most?
This power doesn't call rapt infatuation, but anything that you do that is designed to draw attention to you does. And all the guys that were kind of terrified of you before, that were avoiding looking at you,
Or
because
like strange boner?
not strange. They are. Oh damn. They're kind of
This is why
confused.
we don't go out
They're almost
places,
off-put by why they weren't looking before, but it was
becomes unconfused boner.
when a lady that looks like that walks into a place like this with the confidence that you walked in with. She's here with a purpose, so they pretty much avoided eye contact. And then they saw you kind of smile. And all of them all of a sudden started looking. And they're creeping.
Oh, do any of them like specifically like start to like get up or approach
No,
her?
nobody's moving.
No one would dare. Do you see my hands? No.
Nobody's moving right now, but
Okay.
they're looking. They're creeping.
All right.
Aren't these the
Bikers
gentlemen that
be
we want to
creeping
talk
right
to?
now.
Yes, but we are in a bar full with gangsters.
So it's
and
not like I
people.
couldn't charm their pants
okay.
off.
That's not the point.
I would prefer if the pants stayed on. Look at this place. But I think what Teddy's trying
My
to get
shoes
to.
are already ruined. Either we get in here and get out.
We are going to get the information. We just don't want to attract more attention than we need to.
Fine.
We're just trying to figure out.
I'm going to go over there, find out what we need to find out, and then we're
Why
leaving.
wouldn't you let me go over there with you and also get even more information?
Fine, just can you tone it down a bit?
No.
I'm gonna.
I like
She points to like a stool. She's like, "You two seem to."
Oh, here's your sanitizer back.
I give it back to her.
Okay.
You all
I
smell
used
like
it too.
vanilla.
Oh, you got the good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no.
Vanilla hand
I
sanitizer.
usually
Yeah.
prefer coconut, but this is nice.
I mean, you also now have gloves, so you should be okay. You could put your hands on the table. I mean, do you know what you're asking? I mean,
Not particularly. I'm just trying to find out if there's any sort of kindred influence happening in these gangs, and the 1%ers are basically the leaders. If there's an influence, they'll be the ones to tell me,
but didn't they
or they'll
say?
find out.
But couldn't they be the ones that are new? Because didn't they say that
They might
everything
be.
got all shuffled?
Yes, all the new, apparently all the leaders got
Well,
shuffled
why don't we
around.
go together?
Fine, we'll go together. Just stop doing that, please.
I don't.
we'll go to where the 1%ers are sitting.
I don't.
And before
Delia is actually going to stay seated at the bar
Within
and keep an
earshot.
eye.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The bartender just kind of walks over and there you have.
Oh God.
I don't make anything crazy.
Nothing. I just need to. My friend is embarrassing me. Please just help me not have to look at her. Just. Could you just like. Is she gone yet?
Oh, she's still over there. The pretty one?
Yeah. She's a pain in the ass. It's not worth it. I promise you.
Okay. Well, this riveting conversation is going on.
But before we get to the 1%ers, I want to turn on my my Eyes of the Beast. To get a little extra intimidation factor.
Oh fuck.
Okay,
So I'm the honeypot.
Or against, it says only against
mortals.
Mortals. Okay, yeah, so that's where we are, supposedly, mortals. So I want
to...
Wait, no. Isn't Eyes of the Beast like when you turn your eyes red?
Yeah, they get a little...
That's a
little
masquerade!
No. It's a little dark and seedy. Helps me see.
How do you want them to look? Do you want them to be red like a reflected cat's eyes, or do you want them to be... Do you want them to go vertical?
I want them to go like kind of vertical.
Okay. So his normally round eyes turn into vertical diamond shape.
That's not how you make friends.
Let me finish describing things. Cut me off and go into roleplay. I know you're excited to roleplay, but let me finish.
You're excited to argue, I know.
They turn into vertical eye slits instead. You hear a little bit of a rumble in the back of his throat as he activates this.
That's not how you make friends.
We're not here to make friends.
Yes, you are. Every time you want to get information, you need to make friends.
Oh.
The guys in the booth look up. One guy got a bit of a stubbly beard going on. Kind of a I haven't shaved in 3 days look. He's a little round of the face. Dark skin. Eyes deep set. Looks like somebody who's probably smashed more than his fair share of beer cans across his forehead. Scars covering his brow. It's also got quite a few cuts, and you can kind of see a deep gash, wide scar going down one side of his neck. The other guy looks a bit more like a Skinnerd fan. Beard, salt, pepper, kind of older guy. But he's got a bit of a air about him. So I need both. I need to get manipulation presence from you.
Oh boy.
And I need, let's see, Eyes of the Beast.
That gives me a
Protean. I think it just gives you
2 dice bonus to intimidation.
The devil's number, 666.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh no.
Those are your 3
Well, one of them's a 9.
Well, wait, roll.
The other 6.
69 6. The
Hey.
sexy devil.
The 6.
The sexy devil.
The porn of the devil.
Oh God, that's my dad's server.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
All right, so he kind of adjusts in his seat. The other guy kind of leans back, picks his beer up off the table, holds it to his chest. I haven't seen you around here before, says the man with the big beard. Sorry, didn't mean to flick my microphone there. Oh, actually, this would be the perfect time to summon a beer to my hand. Ghoul? Do me a favor.
She runs.
In the fridge, one of the vanilla porters. You can have one too if you want.
She has a hood on right now. She looks like yes, mister.
She has a bit of a
Don't be
Russian air
rude.
to her right now as well.
Just like that.
Nah, but she's cute though, so it's fine.
Oh,
Like
yeah, she's very
that
cute.
that one vampire movie we saw with like the hood.
Well,
I'm blanking on the
movie?
name. It was like an indie
there it
film
is.
of like an Iranian vampire.
My
Quick.
bottle opener for the night.
I'm forgetting.
I think she was.
Do you want one?
Goal was mentioning it as well.
Oh, she walks alone.
Oh, yeah, I think she walks alone at night or something.
Oh,
like
I
that.
heard about that one. Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one too.
Oh, it's
yeah.
an artsy film.
There's also one called Ghoul that I want to watch.
Gonna
On
have
Netflix,
Vanilla Porter
too.
from Breckenridge
Okay.
Brewery.
Okay, sorry.
Whew, back in.
Back. So he sits back with his beer.
Is he referring to just us together or?
Both of you.
I say nothing to turn to you.
He kind of looks in your direction, just kind of he pulls back for a second.
We're
Weird ass contacts you got there, buddy.
I get that a lot. We're looking to hear what's kind of going on here at the Devil's Due. I heard some upper management got shifted around a bit. You fellas know anything about that?
Where are you getting your info?
Sources. Those on the inside.
Well then, who's asking?
I'm asking.
Okay, now
Great.
I'm gonna need an intimidation check from you.
Okay.
This is gonna be.
I might have to save your ass.
No, I can do this. I'm a big vampire boy.
Are you kind of like physically making yourself an imposition, or are you just kind of letting your voice do the?
Intimidating.
Like, what is his mannerisms right now? What's he doing?
I'm
Describe
kind of-
to me what's he doing.
I'm like, are we at like a booth, like a rounded table? Sort
Yeah,
of
it's
thing?
kind of a rounded. It's a rounded booth. You guys are standing at the pie wedge open to the. Well, it's half. It's flat.
Yeah. Okay.
The portion that's open to the rest of the bars is with your backs to the bar.
I kind of like lean in onto like their table, not like super aggressive lean, but just like I'll put my hands on the table and just sort of be like, I'm asking.
All right.
Sort of thing.
So that's gonna be charisma,
Great.
intimidation.
Super charismatic.
Uh-oh.
Add 2 dice because of your eyes of the beast.
Okay, so I only get 3 normally, but Eyes of the Beast it's 2, so that's 5. I have 1 hunger die. Thank you.
Delia's just keeping an eye to make sure no one seems to be making moves towards, like, the table.
That's 2 successes.
I can say, we're both asking. Can I also make a roll? Oh my god.
Well, hold on. Let's go through the conversation naturally, and I'll see if rolls will
before.
happen as they happen.
Mhm.
He just kind of he says, "All right, and who the fuck are you?" He
Name's
kind of leans forward, putting his beer back on the table.
Name's Eddie.
And who's the chick?
My name's Georgina Fons.
Yeah, it's Miss Fawns.
He kind of cocks a single eyebrow. All right, Miss Fons, Eddie. Do we have business with you, or are you just coming in here asking who the hell's in charge because you're just curious about how our little subculture works?
I would like to think a little bit of both. Dazzling smile.
We have some contacts with some potential other associates of yours, and they would just like to get a little bit more info about them.
Make a wits.
Oh no.
Both of us?
Everybody
Uh-oh.
can make a wits awareness check.
Yes.
Hey.
You're the only one excited for that, girl.
Oh, okay. 2.
1.
Nothing.
So much for watching her back.
Miss Priestley, while she's leaning in, and I'm sorry, Miss Fons, while she's leaning in to kind of give a little extra décolletage. By the way, that's boob to the unfashionable. As she's leaning in and using her womanly charms, she notices that the guy with the beard doesn't have a beer.
Wait, what?
He doesn't have a beer.
He doesn't have a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said beard, and I was like, I'm sorry,
He had a
what?
beard, now there's no
The
beard.
guy with the beard doesn't have a beard.
What just happened?
You can see the elastic going around his ears.
The worst spy game ever.
He looks like a fucking mall Santa. No. He doesn't have a beer.
I look at him and I go, can I buy you a drink?
He kind of eyeballs you a second. And he says, appreciate the offer, but no, I'm good. The other guy, all right. Nothing's bullshit. What do you want? Do we have business with you? Or do I have to ask you to be escorted out? I mean, you can hear a few boots shuffling amongst the bar.
Oh, don't make me slip this to the other side again.
as a few guys reposition themselves. They're not aggressively moving towards you, but there's people still talking, but there's a few conversations nearby that kind of went quiet and rotated a little bit in your direction. And
Well, I
a
was
few
going to
boots
see
moved.
if we could have a seat with you, gentlemen. I think my friend Eddie here knows some of your associates and just want to get some confirmation on some information. I'm trying to charisma the heck out of them. Use my charisma.
You say that out loud.
Think of actual questions that you want to ask them, or something along those lines. But if you're like, just want to take a seat with them, okay. Make a
Maybe they'll be a little more civil if we sit with them.
manipulation
Perfect. Oh, yes.
and persuasion, and you can add your presence dice to this.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on.
And your presence. Oh, shit.
Do you need more dice?
I don't have any persuasion, so.
Really?
Yeah, that's a performance.
Okay.
And streetwise, actually.
That's actually
I
shocking.
mean,
The streetwise part. More.
Listen, alright, the 60s was a time.
let's not screw the pooch
She's
on
got
this.
presence.
3 successes.
Okay. The guy with the beard leans over and he says, "Let him sit down. Let's hear him out."
So I kind of slowly scooted.
You
Kind
slowly scoot in. You have
touching
a.
things.
Oh, that's right. You should be taking 1 die negative to everything you try in here. Remember, you're
Okay,
a
that's
Toreador with a.
I will write that down so I don't
This is an
forget.
aesthetically unpleasing.
I'm gonna write this nasty
location.
-1 die.
Delia's texting Eddie, let me know if you need a distracting out. And then like, thumbs up, thumbs down, question mark.
And just like the
Okay.
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 That doesn't answer your question whatsoever. It's just the okay
You know what?
emoji.
Yeah, Eddie's the man of many words. It's fine. I can decipher this.
I think my friend Eddie here, as we scoot into the booth, I think my friend Eddie here just knew a couple of your colleagues and heard some words on the street, and I think he just wanted to get some confirmation of some information. I'm sorry to bother you. Flirts eyelashes.
This is,
Sorry to bother.
listen. We're not exactly the type to just start talking about our organization to anybody who walks up.
I understand.
So I prefer if we had some kind of business between us. If there's anything that you were looking for that we might be able to procure for you, we do that kind of thing. We also provide security.
Rapidly texting. Ask about the bodies at the bridge. Bodies bridge.
Have you... Any of those guys end up at the bridge? Were any of those folks yours? You hear anything
those-
about that?
Really messy murders, I
Listen, he just kind of snaps his neck. You're asking a lot of questions, and it makes me think that you might have kind of special jewelry on you that if we found out, we wouldn't be happy.
No.
You really think I got some sort of jewelry going on underneath all this?
Yeah, shiny little plate in your wallet kind of jewelry.
Definitely not.
I
What
can't.
would it
I
take to
can't.
convince you? Do you think my dress has pockets?
Listen,
Well, we've been trying to get some answers out of you, and you haven't been providing a whole lot of answers.
And do you
to be
really think he's
honest.
smooth enough to be a cop?
I'm no.
She kind of jokes.
I'm no cop.
Kind of to lighten the
gentlemen.
mood a little bit.
listen. You walk into our bar. You start asking a whole lot of questions without offering anything else up from yourselves. We're not exactly inclined to help you right now.
I could give you an offer.
It would be the first time we've heard one tonight. Let's go. What do you got? Other...
I pull out a black checkbook.
Oh, you're going like the obvious method. Okay, all right.
Well, I have
Money.
money is a superpower.
You have gone straight to brick to the face. Let's go. All right, cool.
Oh my god.
This is
I didn't have a great plan going into this, so you know.
She's just clutching her
Does
phone.
it look like I have a bank account?
I can make it out to cash.
All right. You tell me exactly what you want to know. And
I could even give you a tip.
we'll tell you how much it'll cost you.
Go on,
Alright.
Eddie.
We've heard that some of the higher ups in some of your gangs, and your gang or the other ones, that they've been changed. We want to know who's currently in charge and who made that happen. The other thing we want to know is that if there have been any murders going around with any of these gangs, any seemingly unsolved mystery murders, we want to know where those have been taking place, if you know, or if you know anything about those whatsoever.
The guy in the guy with the darker complexion starts to looks like he's about to say, all right, fine. Well, our new, and then the other guy just slaps him on the chest.
Beard guy?
Beard guy slaps him on the chest, putting a hand open, flat against his chest. Looks at you in the eyes and says, I don't think the types of questions you're asking have a price on them right now.
I think you'll tell us. I'm going to compel them.
Oh, you're going to use compel.
Oh, yes. I think you'll tell us.
All right.
Oh god. Oh god, there's so many
So
layers of
you're
oh god
putting-
happening right now.
What words are you putting emphasis on?
I think you'll tell us.
Okay. So this automatically works on mortals.
Jeez.
The beard guy might not be mortal. I don't know.
By the way, I'm getting texts from a mysterious number. I am not fucking off on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've not been getting mystery texts on my flip phone.
Your stupid flip phone.
I
Yeah,
love
remember
the
how-
mocking.
Of course.
Oh dear.
So she goes ahead and she uses Dominate 1.
So what is compel?
Compel.
You assert.
I'm just checking to make sure it doesn't have a rouse check on it.
It does not. No rouse check required.
No rouse
With an
check.
exclamation point, but no, not required.
So this is going to be Charisma plus Dominate versus his
Get him.
I love it.
Intelligence Resolve.
Oh, the crestfallen just.
Me not so
oh.
smart.
Okay, I actually take
I gotta
minus
put a
one.
die
Hey,
away.
don't forget the -1
Yeah,
this time.
I did a -1 this time.
Hey, it's not guaranteed.
2 successes.
Oh, that was the thing. He did a thing with his eyes.
He
2 or 3.
seeing as I,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
remember. It was
It was
roll.
2.
It was 2.
Seeing as I didn't roll a single failure on that roll just now.
Listen,
Oh no.
it's payback karmically for Delia's great roll.
You see his eyes widen for a second, as you do that, those who use dominate and resist it know that it's been used.
Shit.
And he looks at you and he's like,
How would he know if he's human?
Unless he's not human.
it automatically works on humans. I just rolled dice.
Oh, got it.
Oh.
Okay.
He looks at you and says,
The beard.
okay, I'm gonna answer your questions.
You already did.
Come with me out back and we'll clear this all up. He gets up, turns to the other guy. Stay here. Don't move. The other guy, after he goes to open his mouth, now he stops. And as you're saying that, he's just pointing at him. The guy with the beard. Says, come with me.
I text Delia to follow us as we follow him to the back.
She closes out what she was doing, and
And I look at the guy that he told to stay, and just a little extra. You'll stay here for a minute, won't you? You'll stay here for a minute, won't you?
I don't think he needed extra convincing to stay put.
Delia actually goes to go back outside through the front
the other
door
guy,
before
yeah,
they
he's not
leave.
moving.
Great.
Yeah. He was already like,
Yeah.
he's like, he's got his beer and he's staying put.
So wait, just to make sure he heard you say.
Yeah, if possible, Delia's probably going to try and casually make her way outside before they get up.
Put my
from
checkbook away.
looking like she's still like kind of texting on her phone.
But you're following us.
Well, she
No,
wants
she's-
to go around the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Try to
she
do
wants
a
to go outside. Just
Sneak a sneak. Ooh.
What?
I'm so worried about you and your mystery text over here.
You should be actually.
I don't know what's going on.
No.
So he gets up and he starts walking his way out towards so the bar, it's not super wide, but it's got, alleys on either side, and it looks like there's a single hallway that leads out towards the back. And a lot of these places in Brooklyn, they've got like a backyard patio kind of a situation. He walks straight through the back, opens up that door. As he gets back out there, he just looks at everybody and says, "All right, clear out." You can hear as you're getting to the door yourselves. Everybody kind of looks at him for a second, all looking back and forth. You can see it's a lot of Devil's Due members, or at least jacketed, well, vested Devil's Due members. And they look at him like, kind of confused for a second. He said, "You fucking heard me. Get lost." They all kind of like, "Okay, Mr. Badass." They either make their way to a fence and open up the gate and kind of walk out around the side of the building, or some of them file past you. He holds the door open for you with a hand open to this backyard patio looking area. There's a few tables with umbrellas. There's like a trash can fire going for anybody who wants to be toastier. Then it's maybe 60 degrees outside. It's nice sweater weather. But some people are pansies.
For a cardigan. It's in my head now,
I would
thank you.
I'm gonna turn off I want to turn off my aura.
You can just
Yeah.
just say turn.
You don't want to have both of them going.
They're
You're
both
like
present.
boy,
No. They
you-
can only
okay.
only one of them can be on at a time.
Yeah.
Or you can shut them off both
Yeah,
off. That's
I'm gonna
fine.
shut them both
Okay.
off.
With the fence,
Since you're outside, this place seems to be at least kind of clean kept.
It's nasty.
Your aesthetically it feels better outside.
Okay.
You're used to the city. You like the city. That place in there though was
Ugh, this nasty. Got it.
Ooh.
it just wasn't good.
Got it.
With the fence that they all walked out of, can she kind of like linger outside and kind of eavesdrop from the fenced area from the other.
You followed them?
She wanted to go out.
Oh,
around.
you wanted to go out and around.
Yeah, and kind of like go
Shadow
towards
stalk.
the other side. Just kind of look like
Okay,
she's fucking around on her phone and walking like
Make a
nothing I'm good at.
dexterity stealth check. You get a 2 die bonus because you're staying out of sight.
Okay. Oh, so then it
no
would.
stealth.
No, I have no stealth, but because I get the
and the
2 dice bonus,
Okay, so that's 4.
It could be worse.
Could
could
be worse.
be. 1 success?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't just while you're walking trying to stay stealthy, just knee a garbage can and knock it over. You're able to pretty much you're not able to keep the the clacking of your heels.
She's not wearing heels. She swapped out to ballerina flats.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She kept a pair. She specifically says she kept a pair in the
still-
back of Evelyn's closet.
It's still a little you're not clicking heels, but you're still like scrapey. But you're not being overtly drawing attention to yourself. Thankfully. And you're able to get up to the side of the fence near the gate as a few of them walked past you, but didn't really pay you any mind if they did see you at all. The big guy turns around and he says, "All right. I know where you come from. And we were told that you guys would leave us alone so long as we didn't cause too much trouble."
I'm just gonna grab your hand as if like don't speak. Like I'm gonna like I'm assuming we're standing next to each other, so I'm like this for a minute, like we're out of sight, like we're standing close. So I'm like
okay. Yeah.
grabbing like
On,
as
like,
a signal to
behind
be
our
like
arms.
say nothing.
Okay. Eddie understands. We've been through this.
He says, "I know that there's some of you guys that don't appreciate that we exist, but I still thought I had word that we weren't gonna be fucked with. I'm just trying to run business here."
Evelyn does the talking. Listen, I understand that you don't want to be messed with, but things are starting to get messy, and it's starting to cause a problem. So what's going on?
What do you mean messy? Okay. I need to know what it is you're talking about so that we can clarify some shit around here.
As he said, the incidents by the Brooklyn Bridge.
And Times Square.
What is going on?
Listen, we had nothing to do with Times Square. That was Hatchets and the Italians. All right? We're not in that. We keep out here. I'm the only one in my crew that's like you, or sort of like you.
I don't have a problem with what you are, per se, as long as you don't make problems.
I don't.
Then what's going on at the Brooklyn Bridge?
That ain't us either.
Then who is it?
We don't know. Listen, it's people turning up, cut up, clawed up.
You said clawed up?
Yeah, they've been slashed up or something like that. I mean, we were guessing it was somebody who lost their shit. And it's not like I have the capabilities to just go ahead and just start jumping around from rooftop to rooftop like you fuckers can. You know, I've got something extra, you know. I just gotta hang out at night a little bit more. But like, there's not much I can do to stop if one of you guys loses your shit. So I steer clear of that. That's why I've got this crew.
Miss Priestley, the werewolf situation has been they've been off the radar a bit lately.
What was that?
She grabbed your wrist
Dude,
to say, "Shut the hell up."
He's like, dude, are you saying there's fucking werewolves
Oh
here?
my god! If I could grab your arm and if I had claws, they would go through your wrist.
Sorry,
Can they raise voices?
he likes to think aloud
No,
a little
no,
bit.
He's trying to keep a little. He's trying to keep his voice down.
We're all
a little
keeping
bit.
our. I would.
Everybody's trying to keep their
Yeah.
voice down. Any intensity we get into our voices is not yelling. It's
Stage,
just-
Okay.
stage,
It's
stage
stage
whisper.
whisper.
Are you trying to tell me that there's fucking werewolves and some shit?
We
Like,
don't-
I mean, I know you guys exist and shit, but I ain't seen anything else.
That wasn't on
Are
camera.
there actually werewolves out there?
Listen, there's not really anything that you need to worry about. Trust me. If there was, you'd know.
Listen, I don't know. I didn't ask for this shit. I just got shot up, and then one motherfucker asked me if I wanted to keep going. And I said, of course, yeah, sure. What am I supposed to do? Spit in his fucking eye? So I said, okay.
Take it easy.
I'm trying to take it easy, and
How
now
long
you're
have-
telling me fucking there's fucking 8-foot tall
No,
furry motherfuckers coming to
nobody
get
said
me?
that.
I don't know. Listen, all I can say is this.
How long have you been around? Like this?
I died like 6 months ago. I was part of this gang. You know, I'd been riding with them for a bit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after this happened, I was able to flex a little bit. Okay?
And did you flex because somebody told you to?
I mean, my sire told me it'd be a good idea.
Who's your sire?
Listen, he doesn't like...
Was he charming?
I don't know, I guess.
I promise.
I didn't want to fuck him.
Okay, then it wasn't the first person I thought.
No, actually, make a...
Oh!
This might be bad. Intelligence occult check.
Oh,
What
For
occult?
us?
I'm eavesdropping. Can I?
You can as well.
Okay.
I was about to say, that's trash for
Oh,
me.
that's like a whole, not a lot. I'm gonna do a little dicey do. It's like nothing. 1 success.
2 successes.
Wow.
Hold on, I'm still making my pool.
Yeah, you got a
Give
big
me a
pool for
minute.
this.
All right, I'll wait till you're done with all of that.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
1, 2,
2.
2 successes. Not so good. I'm eavesdropping though.
I'm sorry, Eddie just wants to talk. He's not.
He's asking a good question.
Yes,
though.
but I'm the talker.
I'm got slit eyes.
That didn't really do much for us, buddy.
Because he's not human. But I mean, I look cool.
To be fair, your mesmerized didn't get you very far either, madam.
It got us exactly what we wanted to know. That they weren't human.
This is true. This is true. Maybe not in the intended way, but you did get that answer. I can't take that from
I
you.
mean, when he mentioned the big clawy claws, I'm like, we don't know what the fuck's going on with the werewolves. They haven't been around, so I'm like, I'm not saying this out loud
Go
right
ahead.
now.
Me and her got 2 successes.
1 success.
With 2 successes, he's a thin blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody of an advanced generation would create a thin blood. Their blood's too strong. So somebody
It's new.
younger than you guys,
Mm.
weaker generationally than you guys. We're talking like, you guys are 11th generation?
Yes.
Yes.
Thin bloods, the highest
Four-
generation of thin blood would be 14th.
14th.
Yeah.
And then there's
Wow,
a whole
much
bunch that
younger.
are 15th.
Yeah.
There are some full-blooded vampires that are 14th generation.
But none in the 15.
There are no full-blooded vampires
in
in
the
the 15th
15th.
generation.
Yeah. He is recent, so.
So like it wouldn't be anybody you
I would
saw
probably-
at court.
yeah.
Nobody at court that you know that would be
Made
in
this guy.
in making any moving or shaking would be able to make a thin blood.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they wouldn't be able to influence somebody below them to do it if that's where you're going.
Right.
Okay.
Was he well dressed?
Yeah, he had a suit.
Okay, listen. We're not here to make any problems for you. We just had a few questions because people have been barking up our tree because there's been problems and some messy killings. And we just wanted to make sure that it wasn't coming from you guys. Because trust me, if you guys were making a ruckus, there are going to be other people that are going to come down here and they are not very nice.
Listen, I've been going out of my way to keep shit down, alright? I haven't even been fucking around with the other stuff that the other Thin Bloods are doing. I don't even want any part of that shit. I don't have a home chemistry kit anyway, so I wouldn't fucking know what to do anyway.
Delia texts Eddie.
I just want to make sure off for a second. Would I have knowledge that they kind of do some weird alchemy?
Not really.
Thing? Okay.
Oh, didn't we have a conversation about it during Elysium, though? Or she tried to express the interest. I didn't know if that shake was to me.
No, I had a chill.
Okay. I was like...
I know.
But didn't Evelyn and Delia, when they were discussing why
I don't know,
she should
did you
be...
guys? That's between you guys to remember
Yeah,
that kind
I
of
mean, like,
we
I
were-
know we kind of talked about the alchemy a little bit.
Because she
Yeah.
was pointing out why we should care about the Thin Bloods, that they have
Bingo, there you
value.
go.
and
Oh,
it's-
that's
So
right.
I would have.
You scoffed at the idea of Thin Bloods, and
Right.
she was like,
Yeah.
well, actually, there's a few things that they actually could maybe be
Yeah.
useful for.
You texted Eddie
yeah,
something?
yeah. The second she heard about, she was like,
Weird shit.
does he know who's doing the weird
Oh.
shit?
Evelyn's already there.
Well, I mean,
Like,
Yeah,
not
she's
to
still
see.
texting
I
Eddie.
know.
Also, she wants to, is it possible for Delia to forward her the phone number that's been texting her to her tech contact and ask if they would have a way to find out a location?
Possibly. I'll do that.
That's fair. I just wanted to put that out there.
So, okay.
Okay, we'll go back to this conversation.
Okay, so listen, I get it. Nobody wants to mess around with home alchemy kits, but could you do me a favor and let me know who they are, just so that I can make sure they don't make any more problems for people like me?
More people like you.
Listen, there's a guy who's rolling with some Latinos, and they're close to the city.
Like in Manhattan?
No, they're not on the main island. They're still in Brooklyn. They're close to the bridge. And there's also a couple of guys in Manhattan doing that shit. Listen, I stay out of that crap. I was never good with that kind of shit. Like I failed high school chemistry. I didn't even go to that chemistry. Who the fuck am I kidding?
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Look, I know.
That's really all we needed. Okay? You can go in there, not drink with your buddies, whatever you do. But we'd prefer it if you didn't tell anybody that we were around this place, because trust me, we will find out.
Make a. So you didn't have anything on when you made this threat, so
No.
you're not going to get any bonuses.
I
From
mean,
That's
Dawn
okay.
wouldn't she not get
or
any
all.
bonuses anyway? Because it's against the vampire or kindred?
No. You get a bonus by adding your presence dots to that
Oh,
roll,
oh,
and
okay.
it makes a anybody who related to the kindred or a supernatural being, just period across the board, can resist.
Oh, okay. It
The
gives them the
power.
option to resist.
It gives them the
But it
ability
can still
to resist.
work.
Mortals, it just works on.
Okay.
They
The
don't
Kindred is
resist it.
contested.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
okay,
just
okay.
gets presence bonus dice against
So
that.
is it charisma and intimidation? Because I smiled when I said it, but I meant
Yeah,
to be
no.
threatening.
You get charisma.
Do you want intimidation?
Are you implying some kind of? You were
Threat?
implying that bad things are going to happen to
Yes.
him if he says shit.
Yes.
That's manipulation
Ooh, even.
plus intimidation.
Ooh.
And he's going to
Oh,
see if he
sweet
can
Jesus,
resist.
okay.
He's going to see if he can resist that.
I don't know.
Oh, do some good, Miss Priestley.
1, 2. Ooh. That was a 2. 2 successes. How many willpower do I have?
I think you have 6?
Ye-
5.
5.
5?
But I only get to reroll one of them, or the ones I choose.
If you spend a willpower, which
Yeah.
means you would take 1 slash to your willpower damage, which, by the way, you regenerated all of your willpower health back. From
Okay,
last.
great.
Every morning, every
regenerate?
time you wake,
Mm-hmm.
you get either your resolve or your composure heals superficial damage, whichever
Right.
is higher.
Okay.
So if you have what's your resolve? What's your composure?
My composure is 3, and my resolve is 2.
So obviously you would get 3 superficial health willpower would be recovered.
Got it. So is this a superficial damage to my willpower if I choose to use it?
You would take 1 superficial
Okay.
willpower.
I would like to.
Okay.
And how
then
many dice?
You can re-roll up to 3 dice.
I'm not going to do the hunger dice. How about that? That's good. Okay. So as it stands right now, I have 2 successes. Oh, now I have 4 successes.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 0.
Oh yeah, all together, yeah. I thought you meant like 4 added on to the 2. That's why I got confused for a sec.
I have 4 successes altogether.
Okay. He looks at you. He says, "Listen, I understand the situation that I'm in. You don't have to go ahead making any kind of fucking... Listen, I know. Bottom of the totem pole. Shit rolls downhill. I get it. Your intimidation really didn't affect. I rolled a pair of 10s and a 6 and a pair of 6s. Pair of 10s, pair of 6s. So.
Great.
Dice get lucky sometimes.
Yeah.
You got the same odds as I do. Well, actually, you had better odds, but...
I didn't use my presents. It's alright.
He says, I know not to do anything fucking stupid. That's why I haven't had any of you guys come down on me before, which is why I was kind of a little freaked out.
I get it.
Listen, I'm just making my way right now. There's people doing a lot worse shit out there. Selling fucking cocktails to people that I don't want any fucking part of it.
What's your
Honestly, I didn't want to be Grill.
name? Alright, Grill.
That's what they fucking call me here.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Shuffle like through my little mini handbag
Just
purse
do me a
and
favor.
pull out like
He-
10.
He points at the
He's not a homeless person.
he points at the gate. Let's just go around the outside. I don't need you walking through the middle in there. I'll look better, alright? I'd consider it a favor if you walked around the side.
Whatever you say, Grill.
Sure. No
Put the
problem.
fucking money away.
Great.
He goes, walks
Touch
back inside, slams the door behind him, and walks in to the bar.
From Delia's place, kneeling on the kind of like sitting squat on the floor outside of the
Well,
fence.
do you go through the fence gate?
She just goes, "That went well."
Yeah, I guess I go through like how we meet
As
up
she
with her.
opens,
Yeah, we meet her.
as you
Open.
open the gate, she's literally crouched
Perfect. Great.
like that
Love it.
at your feet.
Oh, okay. So
Did
you
you have a
did
good
come
time
along.
listening?
Ooh, I had fun working. While you had a conversation, we have a problem.
What is it?
What?
I have.
I was contacted by whoever delivered your photos.
What?
And
I'm going to try and see if I can look into the number, but they want to meet.
me or you?
I think just
Us?
us.
I think they understand it's a plural situation here. And she's kind of like scrolling through the messages. I received, let's see. So you know about those pictures. Smiley face.
Well, at least they like to use
Sass.
emojis.
Sass. More sass. But they want to meet at 3 in the morning, West Access Tunnel off the Brooklyn Bridge station.
What time is it now?
Yeah, how much time has passed since we arrived?
Since you guys, it's maybe around
Thank you.
it's maybe around 11.
Are we late for the meeting with Alice?
If you get there within the next, it's like 10:45, and you contacted her around 9.
There's no such thing as late with me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could show up tomorrow
Okay.
and find a way for her to feel bad about it.
Nice.
Delia kind of stretches up. Interestingly enough, there is a we associated, not with us, but with them. They said, just be there, we'll find you.
Well, that's a little unsettling.
I have, I don't know if you caught everything we were talking about, but there's people selling alchemy.
I
And
mean, I was a
maybe-
little preoccupied in some parts.
There's
And maybe
people?
some werewolves.
There's
Wait, they're selling werewolves or they're
No.
selling alchemy?
There,
Did they sell both?
no.
Is it associated?
No.
I'm
Anywhere.
sorry.
There's-
nugget.
There are people both in Manhattan and Brooklyn practicing alchemy that are thin bloods. Not
Yeah.
only that, there are some that are selling cocktails, I'm assuming to other thin bloods that can't make it themselves or couldn't be bothered.
At least as far as we know, the Thin Bloods are being put in charge of these gangs by some higher up.
The guy who made that thin blood that we were just speaking to,
He's recent.
he's not only recent, he said a guy in a business suit did it.
Well, that's half the fucking New York streets right
Yeah,
now.
it's-
That
it's-
doesn't help.
It's very vague,
Daniel pulls up in
unfortunately.
the car as you make it to the sidewalk, and he gets out, walks over, and opens the door. And in his right hand, he's carrying a it's a thing of baby wipes.
Oh.
Thank you. I take a bunch of them. I just keep taking them out and then go into the car.
Swiping arms.
He holds them out, and knowing you two, he kind of holds it out to Eddie just in case he wants one.
Kind of just do like a thumbs up.
And he holds
Yeah, actually,
Give him the thumbs up to Dan.
I love that you do that all the time.
He holds it out to
I
Delia.
appreciate
She
Daniel.
just grabs one and it just quickly swipes
Gives
down
Daniel the
her
credit.
her lower legs, the only part that's really exposed on her body.
He closes the container and closes the door.
I'm literally frantically wiping myself. Ugh.
I don't blame you.
I wiping the bottom of my shoes. Oh my god, these were beautiful.
While she's freaking out, she's trying
You have
to.
about a 10-minute ride before you get to what's it called, the IV drip.
Yeah.
You have about a 15-minute ride before you get to the IV drip.
There are werewolves involved, I think. He said clawed up when in regards to the killings by the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Clawed up. It's a very specific phrase.
But the thing is, he had no idea what werewolves are.
Well, because we're excluding them completely. Where do
Well,
you think
I
they're
mean,
getting
to
their
be- but
education
that's the
from?
thing. Well, that's the thing.
I will point out for
They've been
Clawed
gone
up
a
could be
while.
mean
no,
other things.
I'm saying for Eddie's information, he would know that werewolves aren't the only things that can do claws.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While they're in the car, she wants to frantically reach out to her contact.
Before we get to see Alice.
Okay, you get a
Cialis?
text.
We're seeing.
Wow, I thought you said Cialis
Cialis.
like a drug, and I was like,
It's not
Confused by
always
that
drugs.
too.
It's not always about drugs. God.
The IV drip, the to see Alice.
ah,
Gotcha. I was like, do you need an erection right now? Because that's what that's for, dude. Yep, there you go. Get some blood pumping. You're gonna need to make a rouse check.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
I need that parody porn.
Sorry about that.
I did not sign up for this.
Okay.
Yes. So
You're texting your contact. They go by mass low key,
as she
but low key, keeping it low, like a song key.
musical. I get it. So she types them. I know you normally help me with some other things. If you're not busy, would you be able to possibly help me out with looking into a phone number?
You get a message back. All right, what do you need?
So she pastes in the number and is like, is there any way you can give me some information about where this number's coming from or who it's attached to?
You want me to run a trace?
That would be fantastic.
I can try. All right, what's the number?
She like pastes the number from earlier, the unknown number.
All right, give me some time. I'll work on it. See what I can do.
Thank you so much. Let me know if there's anything I could do for you.
All right.
Okay. Tucks her phone away into her purse. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get some information before we do this meet, so we're not going in completely blind.
Well, at least we have a few hours, since they want to meet us at 3, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's traditionally fashionably late. If they stalk her enough to have pictures, they should know that,
Well,
right?
according to her, she's never late. So.
There's no
Okay.
such thing as late.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
except when it's about me.
Yes.
All right.
It's clearly just not fashionable the way we do it.
As you arrive, you're about 5 minutes early. Maybe like 2 or 3 minutes early. Enough to be considered on time.
So is
You're outside this. It's like a pop-up kind of a thing. Like they don't have full-blown like lit signage,
Aw.
but they've got a nice banner hung over the marquee light kind of setup that you would get. You know, the plexi marquee.
Yeah.
They've got a banner hung over that, and with the street lights, anybody can read it. You know, it's got a sexy nurse on it, snapping her glove.
Oh, I was just thinking if it was like the IV drip and it had like the LED lights, it would do like one of those things where it does like the glowing light, where it does like the blop blop blop, with like the little blop blop blop.
No, not as.
That's that kitschy.
It's a pop up. It isn't.
Okay, it's not that fancy.
Because you know, hipsters love pop ups.
Evelyn, do you want the glows back? It's fashionable. It's on the sign.
This place might be actually okay.
I think I'll be fine.
You
Keep the hand sanitizer on you though.
Yeah.
She's snapping a glove, and then you can see there's an IV bag, but it's got like the triple X with the skull on it for like a really strong liquor, and there's an IV line going into her arm that she's extending as she snaps the glove, kind of a thing. It's, you know, they're going for that. They're going for like some kind of like medical chic kind of thing. It's theme bars are the fucking rage. There's a guy checking IDs out front. You know, as you guys walk up, he's just like, IDs.
Julia goes to just grab her wallet.
Do
Show
I
her
have
ID.
an ID?
Wow.
No, but you've got something better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the list.
He looks kind of confused. He's like, I'm just checking IDs, lady. I don't got a list.
You don't need to check mine.
And you're going to use compel on that? All right.
Julia just kind
He
of folds
says,
and
all right, go ahead.
IDs.
You?
Pulls out my
Do
old.
you have mask 1? Do you have a mask point? Point in mask?
it would be, I believe, on your backside.
It'd be a merit. If you don't have mask, you don't have ID.
It's in advantages and plus.
I
wait.
have one mask.
Okay, anybody with
I
mask,
might have.
anybody with mask at least
You
level
got-
Yeah,
1.
I have
Okay.
level 1, but I still use it anyway.
You would.
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
It's easier to just
You
flex.
don't need to see
Yeah,
my
I'm just gonna flex.
identification.
It's fine.
So he kind of looks at yours. Yeah, right. He looks at it a little closer. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Get this renewed though, man. Holds it out to you. Takes yours. He's like, this is it. All right, I'll take a medical ID. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Came straight from work. She just tucks it in.
Puts it in there. He's like, he knows at least enough that to. It's a real medical ID. That's the thing. It's a real medical badge.
She doesn't
He's
look
just-
young. She looks.
But it's
in her
also kind of
30s.
it's also kind of ha ha, like you're bringing a themed thing to
Oh.
the place. So that some people do show up with like fake,
Doctor's
like I got
badges.
this from ER kind of ER props kind of fucking
I got this from
badge.
my
My
local
profession
costume
is
shop.
not a costume.
Yeah, I got it from the costume shop with the fake
Eddie, Jesus.
stethoscope
Yeah.
and the fucking. Why is there a reflex tester in all of those fucking things? Like, it's one of the rarest fucking tools that a doctor uses, but for some reason, triangular reflex tester.
Trust me,
always
they're in the ones that we sell.
So, so you guys enter in, and there's like a... You can tell there's like okay. Have you ever heard the song? It's on DDR, Angelic Vision.
Dude, I've listened to every DDR song like a million
You know the one
times.
with the heartbeat in it?
Yeah.
They're playing that kind of music.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
In the background.
I mean, I'm down for it. Evelyn is not.
Yeah,
Bit
like
of,
inside,
bit of a reference
yes,
for
outside,
anybody who
no.
plays DDR.
Inside yes, outside no.
They're playing that kind of music. Like it's got like you can hear like respirators are kind of used for the beat, and there's occasionally the beep of a heart monitor, EKG machine. And inside, it's kind of it's not too dark. It's decently lit. But all the lamps are like those big, huge metal medical lamps pointed down that had been like re-gelled with colors over them to be like kind of like that medical green and the occasional red and stuff like that. This is also one of those places where they do those like theme drinks where you order the drink and then it shows up and you got to do like the interactive bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Where you gotta take the IV and you gotta open up the fucking IV bag tubing. You're like, oh yeah, look at me,
That sounds
I'm
really
a
cool in real
fucking
life.
guy.
I know, like you'd be so into
be
it.
so into this in real life.
It's just like, that's not even how it works. You didn't even wiki. No.
They're just using medical gear. Like there's just straight up. As you look, if you grab a menu or something like that, they're called hypo shots, and it's basically a shot in a hypodermic needle prop that you just kind of squirt into your mouth. You can see people doing them behind you, like and they're really enjoying themselves. And there's even people there in costume because they wanted to get in. Yeah, we're going to the fucking bar. There's like scrub jackets also on the walls. Doctor's jackets that you can grab and throw on and walk around with if you want as part of the thing. It's kind of obnoxious.
Superior exhaustion.
Can I get one?
Can we vomit up alcohol if we drink it?
If you drink.
No, I meant about like the guard.
Oh.
I want to put.
I was like, why would you ask if you can get a shot? You're just gonna vomit it up later.
No, I want to put on one of like the guard, like the
scrubs?
the
scrubs,
doctor's
yeah.
jacket. You can just walk over and put one
I mean,
on
like
if you really
honestly,
want.
it's the nicest thing I think I've ever seen you wear. So sure.
So you're looking around. You turn around. Eddie's wearing a fucking white jacket.
Oh god.
It's got
May I
a
take your
name badge
temperature?
on it. It says Dr. Fun.
It looks dashing. You look dashing.
Any
Why,
artist
thank
that
you.
wants to make this picture, please. It would be
Eddie is
amazing.
Dr. Fun.
Eddie is Dr. Fun. So he's now getting into the mood of things. That's when you see at the bar
Oh my god.
chatting up 3 guys at the same time wearing the epitome of slutty nurse costume. She's got the box hat with the cross on it. She's got the like there's 4 buttons on this. There's like 8 buttons on this thing. Like 2 are done. Like here. She's a busty lady. She uses her assets to her advantage. Bleach blonde hair. You know Alice Mitchell when you see her.
They didn't wear those hats with that
You
style uniform.
can hear that jingling bell laugh as she talks to the guys too, and all 3 of them keep trying to buy her shots, and for some reason they always end up drinking them for her. They don't ask questions. They're just enjoying themselves.
I just, you hear the click clack of my red bottom heels.
That was my
Alice,
stomach.
dear.
She hears your voice and she spins around. Her face is just lit up with joy when she sees you. She is
Oh, what a
the
fake smile.
picturesque image
Does it look familiar?
of like Farrah Fawcett in her prime kind of looking lady. That face shape.
Okay, I mean, like, what up? She's pretty.
Turns to the other guys and says, find somebody else to bother. And all three of them just, yeah, sure. And walk off with their drinks and go look for other people to engage with. She says, come. I've got the best booth in the place reserved for us. It's going to be amazing. Come on. Oh, it's great. She starts, walking you through, and she, it literally looks like a fucking.
I feel like a mom.
It looks like a MASH surgery kind of thing with the curtains.
Yeah.
She pulls it back, and it's a flat gurney with a table across the top of it, with wheeled chairs around the outside. Over on one side, there's an EKG machine just there for no reason. And on every table, there's that swirled IV hanger hooks. There are 2 full blood bags on those hooks. And from what you can see,
There's blood.
they're actual bagged blood.
Yeah.
So she sits down and she's like, listen, I know it's not the freshest stuff, but I thought, hey, why don't we have drinks? We're in this cool place. This is so much fun. Why not have something, right?
Thank you.
Right.
And that was very sweet of you.
And she pulls out several Erlenmeyer beakers and puts them on the table.
Question: if I actually drink that, do I take a minus to that because I drank it and it's not pretty model blood?
No. Well, you would need to take a. No. You have prey exclusion. You do not have prey. It means that you refuse to drink from certain people. You do not have the Ventru. I only drink from pretty men.
Okay.
That's your That's your personal preference. It's like anybody's taste. Like
It's not as satisfying, but I can drink.
It's not a bane.
Okay, great. That's really what I was
like.
asking.
You can drink this fine. You're not a Ventru. You don't have that bane.
Great. Thank you, Alice, dear.
So she starts pouring drinks into these little into these beakers. They've got the little IV drip logo like stamped onto the side, and she thinks are these the best? Oh God, this
They're
place
cute. Yeah.
is so great. So many people are coming here, and listen, I worked it out with the owner.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe took a couple of liberties with it. And they're going to keep a couple of these on hand at all times, just in case our clientele comes in. I think this place would be really cool to use as a get-together for a while it's open, right?
Maybe we'll consider it.
I think it's only here for a month, but why don't we use it?
Maybe, yes.
Oh my God,
definitely...
I love that you like it.
Evelyn
I know.
Ugh.
She's like, I know if you like it, everyone's gonna like it.
Julia's fiddling with the EKG machine, see if it's functional.
It's busted. It's missing buttons. It's not even plugged in. It's just there.
Oh gosh, what we're going to talk with Alice about now?
We wanted to see if she had any idea of what Sigbert was.
And the angels.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just need a refresher after all that.
If the
Ruffian
angel
talk.
had information, she would probably be
Great. This is why I'm glad you guys are on my team. Well,
undead buddy system.
She's like, oh, if you want more, by the way, just
thank you.
I'll
taking it
I'll
very
pour it for
slowly.
you if you want. But
I'm taking very slowly.
just don't stop yourselves. Just go ahead. There's extra.
So, I had a few questions for you, a couple things I wanted to ask you, and afterwards I have and I whip out this tiny little black sketchbook. I have my black book with me.
I would love to take a look at what you're working on.
Yeah, but let's wait a minute.
Okay, all right.
Let's do
Okay,
important things first.
Yes. All right. What do you want to know? I am here for you.
Thank you. I knew I could depend on you.
She even she leans forward and pulls some of the same moves that you were pulling on the bikers on you.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Oh!
Grabbing them dice.
She's not like flexing on you or using any of the
Oh, about to say,
powers.
is she gonna really try to flex on me?
No. She's not using any of her powers on you.
You're senpai.
But you know the social kind of. She's definitely she's playing with the inside of the seam of her of the jacket, like running a nail underneath, and she's just like looking at you like you're the dreamiest thing on the planet.
Evelyn doesn't like.
Listen, being given all the attention somebody has is still very flattering, regardless of whether you're sexually interested or not. So,
Well, Alice, you look. What color is the dress that she's wearing?
oh,
Is
it's
it
like I
white?
said, it is the epitome of.
But is it white?
Or is it red?
Oh no, it's
White
white.
with red trimming.
It looks like a World War II style, but this is actually like high quality. Like you think that she probably had it custom made, but it's the same exact cuts as the shitty ones that you can get.
but it's nice fabric.
But it's nice fabric.
Oh, which I
and
could
it's
pick up on because Fashion Sons.
It's well
Well-made.
seamed.
Okay.
You know, like the seams are hidden.
It's a beautifully made dress, darling. White with the pop of red. I'm a fan.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the theme of the place. I just thought if we were gonna be here, like I'd planned on coming here. So I mean, this is great.
So I had just a few questions for you.
Okay.
I'm like
Yeah,
slowly,
like I said,
slowly sipping
like
the
I said,
blood.
when she puts the blood down. She said, "Okay, what do you want to know?" Like both hands
Well,
on,
I have a
on the
feeling
gurney.
we
Like, what do you want to know?
We each have maybe a question or two, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Delia, why don't you...
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
I can't lie. The mess at Elysium, you were talking about it the entire time when we got back.
Oh my god, right? Oh, jeez, that was... I mean, it was a little hot, but, like...
I'm sorry.
I mean,
You broke me? Because she's not wrong.
no, it's not.
I'm sorry, when 19-year-old David Bowie
Davey
hauls up...
Bowie?
Davey Bowie. When 19-year-old David Bowie, like, but dressed as the Thin White Duke, fucking hauls off and slaps...
Shout out to Vamp Daddy.
A square-jawed German fellow with slick
Hey.
slicked back blonde hair. Like,
Ooh, both.
Oh.
it was kind of hot.
I ship it? I'm sorry.
She's
You
like,
broke me so hard with that.
so, okay, that's where I left off. Okay, so it was kind of hot, but like, I don't know what he said.
Really?
I
You
was-
don't know?
Yes, I wasn't eavesdropping on them at the time.
But what about the sheriff? That was weird.
Oh, that
Don't you think?
bitch? Oh, she's in Sigbert's pocket. You really?
And
Girl.
that eyes.
Girl.
I suspected as
Girl.
much, but I always give people the benefit of the doubt due to my position.
Like,
She winks at her.
she could brush his teeth, she's so far up his ass, okay?
I understand. Oh, Jesus.
Does everyone actually laugh?
No, no,
I'm just fucking with you right now.
You're just messing with
You
me.
just really get to her.
You're just breaking me. Okay.
Scene?
Scene.
Okay.
Yes, I suspected as much.
You know, they roll in the same crowd. They're both uptight Venture anyway. Like, why wouldn't they be the best of fucking friends? Because that's what Venture do. Shit.
I mean, I heard they've been extra ruffled lately.
Yeah.
Oh? Well. They, you know,
Evelyn
they
nods.
don't like Le Grand Papillon.
Of course.
They don't like the way he runs things. I mean, he's got a vote. I don't know what he's fucking complaining about. Sigbeer, he's got to fucking vote on the council. They don't even let one of us have somebody on the council. All right? And if, like, I get it. He's the prince. It's his choice. But we're supposed to have somebody on the council ourselves. But he's like, oh, if I have a Toreador on the council, that means that we have too much power on the council, and since I vote with them, and it's like, I get it.
Who would you want to see on that council?
I could pick a few people out, but I mean,
I'm going
of
cocks
course,
brow.
of course, you would be fabulous on the council. I would trust you to vote in our best interest at all times, honestly. But that might look a little bit too much like nepotism. Like that never fucking happens. But you know, like, I mean, I'm not doing anything. I don't want it though. You know what I do want? I want these fucking angels to go fuck off in a sewer somewhere.
Yeah, what's been going on with them, dear?
Well, seriously, like,
Everyone like leans in just a little bit. Like,
where do those dog-faced pieces of shit get off being like even wanting to be in a harpy position, let alone goddamn master harpy?
That's an insult to dogs.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Dogs are
sorry.
fucking
I
adorable.
don't mean to insult the dogs.
Evelyn
like,
laughs for that one.
Okay.
But I see what you mean.
I mean, they smell like shit, and they look like shit, and they are shit. But like,
I get it. You know what? Actually, I had a little bit of a question for you. You know, I've gotten some word that there were some thin bloods trying to, how do you kids say, cook something?
oh, you heard about that shit too?
Oh yeah. What could you tell me about that, dear?
Okay. All right. Just cover your dress, cause some tea might splash.
I'm sorry. What?
There's the thin bloods.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not completely fucking useless trash. Okay, so like their blood's so thin, they can't do what we can do.
Of course not.
Okay. They don't even have a fucking clan. Anyway. They've figured out shit that, like, they can, like, kind of copy our shit, but kind of not. But kind of do. It's weird. It's really fucking weird. It's like, no offense, it's like that Tremere shit. Like, I really don't mean it offensively. Like, I appreciate what you guys do.
You do not need to
like,
patronize
I know
me.
you've had it hard lately, and
Alice, you're
like
fine. Don't worry.
my still heart goes out to you guys. But like, seriously, it's like that Tremere shit. I don't understand it entirely, but like, they do shit to their blood, and they figure out ways to like copy our shit.
Have you seen it firsthand?
No.
Have you heard of people selling it?
See, that's where it gets weird. I don't know if they are. I don't know if they just make it for themselves, but they like get shit that you would think that they were selling it. I think. I don't know. Like, this is just shit that I've heard.
No, I know. But would you be able to find some more info on that?
I mean, I can try. I don't really know, like 100%.
No, it's fine. I understand. I know that there's been some underhandings in Manhattan,
okay,
and I know you frequent.
It's kind of my fucking job right here, so I'm not gonna let you down. I would never let you down.
Thanks.
You are just awesome, and I do want to look at that book later. But like, I'll see who or like what I can twist out of a few people, and I'll get word to you. Like,
Thanks.
I've Do you have a number I can use? Like, I've never gotten your number.
I uncomfortably look at you.
She's like, look, I've got this like fucking Nokia shit going on, but like I want a smartphone. Like I understand why we can't. I know, I get it.
I feel comfortable with a landline.
Oh my god.
It's
You're going like retro.
It's
That's
a beautiful landline.
Like I like it.
It's kind of
aesthetic.
slow.
It's dedication.
It's aesthetic. It's okay.
Thank you. But you know what?
It's
These
quaint.
guys are
It's
always
awesome. I
with
like
me
it.
all the time.
Okay.
And I believe
Okay,
Delia
so-
has a
flip.
So
smartphone.
whose number?
Smartphone.
Oh, you have a smartphone? And you let her have it?
I didn't know.
Girl, don't get caught with that.
How do you think I feel?
I mean, everything's smart to her. She uses a landline.
It's the one that flips open?
No,
No, that's
His
mine.
has a flip, but mine flips this way.
Flip,
Oh
flip.
my god, it's shady in here.
Flip, flip.
Listen, okay, all right, here. And she just grabs a napkin, pulls out a pen. It's a fucking syringe pen. She's
Great.
even got a fucking
Love it.
syringe. It's got the blood.
Evelyn tries
that
so hard not to
flips.
roll her fucking eyes.
It's got the blood that's actually fluid in
Yeah, I
there.
had that
And
pen
she
over
fucking,
there.
She fucking writes her number down, and she's like, "Okay, here." And she hands you her number on a napkin.
I have your number. Remember, I texted you, Alice.
Oh my god, I did too.
She
Listen,
slowly hands it over
I just
to
don't-
Evelyn.
I just don't like to assume.
You got it.
Thanks.
Everyone should have my number. That's just the obvious thing.
Thank you so
know?
much, dear.
So now you have my number.
I do.
I put it in my little clip purse.
This is also implying that she's not exactly the brightest bulb. Just like okay, just now I know for sure
No problem.
that all of you have my number. Okay, good.
Yes.
So I'm really I mean, things have been really weird since, Elysium. So I'm really glad that we got the chance to talk.
Oh yeah, listen, I wanted to talk to you, but then, like Papillon like rearranged Sigur's face and sploosh. But like it all ended and I didn't see you as you were leaving.
I know, it's okay.
And, I'm glad she puts one hand on top of yours. She's just like, I'm just so glad we got together.
Oh, me too.
This is great. And this place is so awesome. I would love to come back here with you guys.
You know what? It's great atmosphere. Listen, if you can make sure that you stay on top of that job for me, you can take a look at that book and pick out anything you want, and don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Oh my god, I can. Just like kind of look at it now, just a little bit.
Only if you don't touch the pages with your fingers.
Oh, don't worry, I'm covered. Ooh, I came prepared. She pulls out like pink latex gloves.
Love it.
Pulls them out. She
And
snaps them
Evelyn
on.
hands the little black book.
She spins around and starts looking through the pages. You can hear the pages flipping, and she's sorry, I don't mean to keep fapping into the fucking fapping into the microphone. That sounds terrible.
Yes, it does.
It's the worst.
While she's fapping over there,
So she's
yeah, Delia leans in over. She's like, "Does anyone know what cautery runs by the Brooklyn Bridge?"
Not specifically. I mean, I just know that some sort of thin.
it's around 1 o'clock now, and I'm gonna let you guys deliberate amongst each other. Like role play. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
I
Is
mean-
this like to yourself, like so that Alice isn't hearing us?
I assume she's busy fapping and is too
Yeah,
To the
distracted.
pages.
course, Cooley loves the fucking Alice.
I mean, if we're gonna meet up completely blind, I hope I can get some information soon. But if we at least
Yeah.
know whose territory we're walking in on, we should know who we might be pissing off. Because that's assuming that this is.
Well, she's definitely confirmed one thing, is that we absolutely 100% know that the Thin Bloods are using alchemy, and what the other one said that we met in the alley, they're selling it. She may not know that, but they're selling it.
But to who?
Would love
Probably to other Thin Bloods,
to get my hands
why?
on some.
because they want to
Feel
use-
more powerful?
Maybe, or they have some other purpose. Maybe they really are organizing. If they're already in structured gangs, it wouldn't be that hard for them to actually.
But somebody put them. I feel like
Organize.
somebody put them there.
Oh, well, they had to be made, correct. And if we still have no idea...
We don't know who's making the Thin Bloods, who's making them to make things.
But
Well, listen, there's
The
only a few.
drugs.
We have to think about it this way. He got shot, and a man in a business suit showed up to a gang fight. Who would do that? Probably somebody who liked to look like they have a lot of money all the time. And there's only two types of people I can think that like that.
I mean, I'm wearing a blazer, Miss
And
Priestley.
People like
I mean,
you.
I mean, a lot
No,
of people
no
wear
offense,
suits,
Miss, but
Miss Priestley. I don't know if that's very indicative.
I don't know if that's very telling.
You know, it narrows down some of your choices.
It does.
Yeah, I
narrow
mean,
down.
some of the choices, yeah.
Listen,
Are the
she tries to
Nosferatu
be
very preppy?
more
I don't think
liberal
so.
than some companies she keeps in stereotyping people. All right, you need to have a balance with the friends you keep.
Alistair, is there anything that you particularly have your eye on?
She spins around and she holds up probably one of your slinkiest designs. It's got some asymmetric cutouts, and it's one of the ones that you were watching, like a runway, and I forget who it was, but she showed up on the runway with literally just like a seashell over one boob as a pasty. Like, you were just fucking around when you were drawing it, and you personally,
Not my style.
you hate your own design on this one.
Of course I do.
She fucking loves it because she gets to hang a boob out there.
It's
it's designer.
Venus chic.
And it's your mod black and white style, and it's got kind of a 60s cut to it, but it's still kind of Amazonian exposing of one tit. She loves it, you hate it. And she's just like, oh my god, I think I could kill people on sight wearing this.
Evelyn's like
agree.
smile is so painful. It hurts. Like if this smile was a physical feeling, it'd feel like a knife going.
She is matching it with genuine joy. Just like,
Okay, how about this? That's a very exclusive design.
listen,
I've never
I
done
will-
anything like that.
I understand if you've been holding on to it because you wanted to save it for the best time, but like, I will straight up just pay as a custom piece.
Dear, if you can go above and beyond for the information I need, it's yours without dropping a dime.
Bitch. No.
Yes.
She spins it around, looks at it again. Okay, deal.
I take my book and I'm like, inside I'm like, I want to die again. I want to die again.
She's just like, I am going to look so good when you're
I'll
finished.
even throw in a matching headpiece.
Listen, I
I'm sorry. Oh, you're breaking me
you
so
mean
hard.
a lot to me, and I'm so happy that we can spend time together.
Me too.
Just
Oh,
awkwardly.
yeah. And I take her hand and I
Still
pat
like
it.
wearing my scrubs.
She's like, oh,
You're fabulous. I'll even make you look even better.
and I wouldn't if it weren't for you. Thank you.
Of course.
Listen, I'm gonna make some phone calls. People aren't gonna believe that I'm getting a custom Priestley. Oh, all right. I have something to do first. Okay. I'm gonna go make calls. I will talk to you later. All right.
you're great.
Just keep your phones on, guys.
Oh,
all right?
absolutely.
Listen, I love this whole like business thing you got going on. It's fucking awesome. You always do the grunge thing. It's sexy. All right.
Well, honey,
I'll
I
talk
got
to you later.
a little-
She does air kissies, and she. Listen, the rest is for you guys if you're
Thank
thirsty.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
She
You're so
just
sweet.
walks her ass out of there in like almost fucking skipping.
That was easy.
Have you actually been drinking?
A little bit. Like I've been sipping at it slowly.
It's bagged, So
Of
it's
course.
not the
Yeah.
best.
I wasn't
But
like
you-
doubting it like he was.
But you do know if you were to pour yourself like 2 pints worth, like half a bag, you'd probably get rid of your hunger.
I only have one.
Did I drink enough?
I thought you hit 2.
Nope, that was only.
Oh,
her.
you were the only one that failed your rouse check in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
good.
sorry. I thought you were on 2.
She look up peckish. They
Ah.
freak the fuck out.
Yeah, we got angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you woke up hungry. They, for some reason,
Got
without
really
being
angry.
hungry,
Yeah,
got
she's just
hangry.
Well,
And you're left alone. Just in your little
God, I hate
Mock.
his design.
mock mobile surgery booth.
at least somebody likes it.
I hate it. I made
She
that like
she loves it.
I made that like right before bed at like 5 a.m. in the morning. That's garbage. Now I have to make it.
I mean, can you give her the sample?
It's not even a lot to make, to be
There is no
honest.
sample. I've never sewn anything like this. It's garbage. I hate it.
Good news is you probably don't have to sew it yourself, so
I'm
One's-
just going to
one-
cut the headpiece enough to cover up the other.
One
two.
kindred's trash is another one's treasure, you know. You're getting info for it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
great.
great deal.
It's only slightly an embarrassment to my entire brand, but it's great.
Is there anything you can do with this?
You wouldn't wear anything I made for you. I have several times.
I'm still wearing the
Dr. Fun.
Dr. Fun outfit.
Wait. Eddie, do a runway walk.
Please
Oh.
stop.
No, if you sell,
I want
if
to
you sell
jump.
Miss
I want to
Priestley-
go on the table.
Oh,
I want
no.
to climb
Yes!
up on the table and just like
It's
playing-
only like 8 feet long.
I know.
So you can take like 2 steps
I
before
know.
you have to stop.
Jesus
I
Christ.
I
Make a dexterity performance
Yeah.
check.
Yes. I had one performance.
Make a dexterity performance check to runway walk on this fucking thing. I want it to be shield failure, so he just lands on his face.
2 successes.
Wow, he actually, you're covering your eyes a little bit, but you notice he's actually kind of hitting his points, and maybe he wasn't not paying attention all those times you took him to like a Fashion Week show.
And I had to just sit there and
And
be
he
a
had-
bodyguard for it.
Like he actually watched, and you're kind of like
It's okay.
What is this?
I'm actually
Okay.
kind of slightly impressed, but it's alright.
you're not cool with the outfit, but like
Hate the outfit, but the
Like-
walk was actually not that bad.
if you put him something,
If you actually let me dress you well, that walk would look even better.
I'll think about it.
Delia takes a picture and then sits there changing in her phone. Eddie is now Dr. Fun.
in the phone.
And her phone.
That's like the messenger name.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Fun.
All right. I
Oh my
jump
god!
off the table.
Custom ringtone, Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood.
Yes. I'm the
Alright.
Fonz, by the way. Just change my
There you
name to
go.
the Fonz.
You don't want to see what everyone's names are in her phone, and none of it's actual people's names. It's just
Right.
like what she remembers them as.
That's great. That's just
dangerous
same in my
and
real
wonderful.
life.
So, you are left to your own devices after having a little bit of fun, courtesy of Dr. Fun.
Yeah.
It is
the
2
scrubs.
a.m.
You gotta get
Has
to
my
that.
contact gotten back to me at all since I've been sitting here changing my Eddie into Dr. Fun? She probably would have checked to see.
Whatever your last message from them was the last one you got. Check your messages. See if you got.
If you got anything, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No.
You know what the last message you got was.
Sorry.
Anything new?
What? Does that really, what do you think that might sound was for?
Sounds
For
like
victory?
Like a frustrated no.
There you go, Dr. Fun.
I took the
Alright.
scrubs off. I'm not a physician.
Who hired him?
Your grandsire hired me.
Oh my god. Where's the refund policy? Jesus.
I broke Conry.
That
I
has to be the
broke
best
Conry.
deadpan delivery I've ever seen. I took it off. I'm not a physician. You fucking killed me, you asshole.
Yay.
Oh, okay. I'm alright.
Okay.
I'm okay. Okay. Whew. He's not a physician. Go on.
He's not in a position. Go on. Okay. All right.
So we got no other additional information other than we're gonna meet them there. There's multiple of them, and they know some shit, and they sent us the photos.
Yes. I asked, obviously, what the fuck do you look like? There's a lot of people in New York. No fucking answer. Big surprise. I mean, I could try and call my contact one more time, but in like grovel.
Did they say where to meet at the bridge?
Yes. The west access tunnel off the Brooklyn Bridge station.
Okay. Well, I think Daniel's been circulating the block, so.
I mean, regardless, but oh god, I don't like going in without any information at all. Could we, like, could you have someone look around the area before we get there?
Would I be able to like find any homeless people or any druggies?
You're not sure of your contacts. I mean, you possibly could ask some dealers that you might know. But we'll have to do that next week.
Oh.
We hope to see you guys again soon. Love each other.
Yeah.
And remember, until next time, to always stay evil. Good night, everybody.